What's good, beautiful people? It's Monday, the 8th of July, 2024. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you guys, the culture. We are, of course, hosted by the best, and they will trickle in with time. But for now, it's just myself and Brent. Brent, how you doing, man?
I'm alright. Morning.
We thank God.
How was your weekend?
It was alright, man. It was good.
You managed to see Stephen over the weekend.
Yes, big up Stephen. I was surprised to see him, man.
Oh, you didn't know he was coming?
No, I didn't know he was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. We're talking about the Wright Brothers show, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we have to give the review once it is Gina and Margus get in.
Mm-hmm.
But we enjoyed that. I enjoyed the experience. The entire experience was really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see a host of black people gather together, and then when the play was finished, the fallout, and then the continued smiles and catching up and whatnot, all very peaceful, all very jovial, and the amount of babes that were there, man. You guys are missing a trick, or you women that like women, you're missing a trick. You need to get to the Wright Brothers shows.
100%. Apparently, I think I saw Ty talking about how their audience is like, I think 70 to 80% women,
Serious?
Yeah.
She normally goes?
No, Ty, Ty and Shex.
That's
Right,
his name?
Yes, of course.
Ty.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This guy. So yeah, he was talking about how that's pretty much their audience, I believe. Like 70% women. So yeah, basically just backs up what you just said, man.
Why do you think that is?
I'm not too sure, I'm not too sure. I think the first thing I would say is maybe the content, like in terms of like the subject matter and stuff. But still, it is something that like men would enjoy as well, 100%. So I'm not too sure. But I think for a lot of these events, especially the ones that I guess apparently black people are now more so getting into, the women are the ones who kind of just are the trendsetters. You know what I'm saying? They go and enjoy themselves, and obviously that's where we kind of hear how good these events are and whatnot. So yeah, the women always lead the way.
Why do you think it is?
Why women lead the way?
Yeah.
They're the ones with the foresight, man.
Say that again?
They're the ones with the foresight.
Say it again.
They're the ones.
So you're telling me they're the ones who know good things before the man knows good things?
Not always, but a lot of the time, 100%. 100%.
And when you
they make men better, innit?
When you say it again?
They make men better.
Black women make black men better.
That is a fact. 100%.
How have they made you better?
I guess insights, appreciation.
They make you better by appreciating you?
No, it's just me appreciating them and appreciating the world.
So
because, imagine the world without black women. It's not a world you want to live in, man.
These words. But I agree with you wholeheartedly, maybe for different reasons, but yeah, man. But why men don't go to theaters? Why is it not something right at the top of their head?
Oh, no, to be fair, I feel like it may not even be like a man thing. You know what I mean? Like entirely like that. Just people just getting used to certain things. But like I said, because women tend to be open to new experiences, wanting to try different things, and obviously they'll go with their friends, and you know what I mean, and support as well. They, black women are known for their support.
They support like crazy.
Exactly. So they're pretty much going to be the ones who first experience a lot of these relatively new ventures.
Don't they normally look after money better than men too?
I couldn't say that,
No, that isn't a
no.
like
That's not been my experience.
All right.
Yeah.
Men look after money more.
No, I'm saying my experience. I don't know. Like I've not met somebody who looks after money better than me. So I couldn't say, but generally, I guess that might be the case. To be fair, if you're finding, I mean, I could be wrong, but off the top of my head, like if you're looking at like a person who's more likely to be down and out, it's more likely going to be a man, isn't it? Like a woman doesn't sleep on a man's sofa, innit? It's the other way around.
Interesting,
You know what I mean?
Emmanuel. Even though you've said in your experience that's not the case, but you could make that other statement, which is interesting. They're first homeowners.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of factors that probably go into that. But yeah, even if you're not a homeowner, just in terms of like
Having their own place.
yeah, and just looking after yourself. You know what I mean? That's the sort of vibe I get anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe I get too. I mean, it's normally the stereotype. It's normally the men leeching off the woman, isn't it? Or a certain type of man leeching off the woman.
Yeah.
But
Certain
that certain type of woman lets that man in her life in the first place. she got all the money, but less than a cent, right?
Yeah, I never said that. But
I was seeing how far you were gonna go this morning. I can't imagine. You were present enough to leave that alone.
hey, 100%, man.
Good morning, Mags.
Morning, what's going on?
I'm alright, and you?
Yeah, I'm alright, man.
How was your weekend? I heard you had a fantastic Sunday.
Where?
I thought you went to do this thing.
What, R&B?
Yeah.
You think I'm that dedicated?
Ah,
If I went R&B, I wouldn't be here.
that's why I was so proud of you walking in here. And you didn't go like, ooh. So it's like, wow, you went and you were up. That is crazy.
Nah, if I went R&B, I wouldn't be here.
All right, then.
So, obviously, I didn't go because commitment to the cause, innit?
Yeah, man.
Got a show to do, so I sacrificed.
That's lovely.
I wanted to go, though.
Yeah, I know.
You have a good weekend?
Yeah. I lost you in the crowd on Saturday.
You never lost me. You not left me. You not left. I was in the building for a while, and you not left.
So this is what it is. So when everybody like moves out of the large space, right?
Yeah,
They then like meander or mingle
yeah,
in the common space, right?
yeah.
When we went down the stairs, you just went about your business.
No, I went to the toilet. And
I
then
know,
I
but
came. And then I
also-
came, and then I stayed, and I was in that middle bit. I didn't move from there.
Okay, there were theories as to what, what was holding your attention.
Let's hear some fairies.
Big booty bitches.
There's really only one in there, to be fair. There's only one. Might held my attention for a little bit, but I know her anyway.
Obviously.
Yeah. But no, that way I went to the toilet and then I was just chatting with PK in the middle bit, and then I was like, "Where are these lot?"
Oh, PK was there.
Yeah, PK was there. Yeah,
It would be nice to see him.
you did see him.
I didn't.
We walked back in together.
Oh?
When I came up for the drinks, me and PK walked in together.
I didn't see him.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in allegedly late, like me.
Who?
PK.
You weren't there.
It was.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? He definitely was.
With the late section at the back bit.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, okay. I'm with you. Yeah, so I was just there chilling, and then I was thinking, how come no one ain't even, like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
You just disappeared. You just went about your business. No one cared. No one cared. You didn't even check to see if I got home safe or nothing. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I thought your interests was split in it. I mean, we even saw Black Rob and Babiel.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we're waiting
yeah.
for you to introduce you to them.
You just left me, man. You actually just left me. That's the wickedest thing. I didn't mind. I went to the after party.
How was it?
It happened. It was there. It was a vibe. It was cool. I just went there, had a few drinks, and I just went home.
Sweet.
So, how did you find the show, though?
It was good. Gina, you went when there were technical difficulties.
Right, okay.
They fixed that by Saturday.
Wow, what technical difficulties did you experience?
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, it needs to be known for anybody who went on the first day and thought that was
no,
what
but then I
was
feel like
happening.
that's common sense though. Like when I went, I knew it was obviously the first night. First night, there's always going to be like little things happening that's beyond your control. And I told you off air.
No, I was always gonna do it on air so that
All right, fine. Anyway, so it was just mic issues. Like the mics, a few of them were like extremely static. So it was like every minute everyone was like, do you know what I mean? You know, it was like really loud, but it went on. It wasn't like a one-off. It went on for like, oh wow, yeah.
well they fixed it.
Well, I assumed they would because it was the first night, and also remember you had an interval, right?
Yes.
So obviously after that there wasn't any issues.
Okay, you didn't tell me that.
I told you off air.
Again, there's no problem.
No,
What
I
I'm-
know, but I'm
what
saying
I'm
it's not
doing
like
here-
it's not like we had a full on. The thing is, I was talking to Emmanuel. Even you weren't even part of the conversation. You were facing your script. Emmanuel, am I lying?
I think you're right.
I wasn't even talking to you. Me and Emmanuel were talking. You didn't utter one word.
The weirdest thing is because you mentioned that you went somewhere and I asked you where'd you go and you said you went to the play. I was talking to you. It was Brent, not Emmanuel. So I don't know how it is now. Emmanuel's now coming to Brent's face, but it was me.
Surprise. Anyway, and that was the only thing.
And he also told me that your favorite character was a Jamaican man. Remember that? You didn't tell Emmanuel that.
I was talking to Emmanuel.
Okay. Did you enjoy yourself, Mags?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was a good show.
It was a good show. Who's your favorite character?
Kane.
Kane. Kane was the main guy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about you, Emmanuel?
Of course, he was your favorite character.
Why you say that?
Because do you know what's so funny? My friend I went with, yeah. I kept saying, "Are you listening? Are you listening?" On the way home, he called the man them, yeah. He was like, "Hey, listen, everyone in that group chat needs to go and watch it."
Wow.
He was like, "Nah, man, we need to do better."
Wow.
It was so funny.
Look at his smile. Look. But that's not you, Mags.
No.
That's not you at all.
Okay.
Why
if
can't
you
I
say
find
so.
this? What are you trying to say?
But do you know what? Yeah, you can say it's not you, but you see how like he was on it and then wasn't on it, or he found someone who at the time was on it. Then after just thought, this is long. I feel like you give me that kind of energy.
Nah, man. So you think I'm gonna end up alone? Table for one. With my heart broken. That's what people
but-
have
but
wished
you-
for me my whole life, you know.
No, but you know what?
People have
It's
always
wished.
told me that. Well, yeah, they've always said like, oh, one day you're gonna fall in
Can I
love with
ask you-
someone and she's gonna break
can I
your
ask you-
heart
yeah, do you know
and
the-
you're ready to. You know that? You know that
Can I-
the bullshit spiel that they
It's
give.
not- no, is it the people that are wishing that on you? Is that people that you've done dirty, or that they've been on the receiving end of your wahala?
I don't.
There
even,
we go.
No, I don't think it's that.
You
I don't
paused.
think-
You paused.
No, I'm not even sure if it's any of that. I
It
just think people just see the way I live my life and they just think it's not sustainable.
No, but I wouldn't. You can live your life the way you want to live your life, yeah. But I would never wish that on anybody. And the only time I would is if I'm bitter because I've been on the receiving end of that stuff. So I want it to happen to you because it's something that you do, and I want you to feel the pain. Do you know what I mean?
I ain't causing no one no pain. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not
cool.
there. So I'm not running around cheating and these things. So no one can't really cause no pain.
Love that
I just
for
not.
you.
I just don't buy into these Western concepts. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm a religious man. I read my Bible. I know Abraham and them man had concubines.
All right then.
You get what I'm saying? I know the ways. You know what I'm trying to say? I know what's allowed. I read my book. You know what I'm trying to say?
I love that for you.
So no one can't come and shame me with these Western concepts. Like, real talk. Trust me, love is ruined by monogamy. I told you so.
Finished?
You know, infidelity is in the Bible, right? The same book you're talking about.
Yes, but it don't have to be infidelity. You don't have to be. You can you're allowed multiple wives. Bare religions.
But not the Bible.
No, I'm saying you're allowed.
Which book are you quoting from?
Can't remember which one it is.
All right.
The book of Mark, chapter 19.
Your favorite character, Manuel?
It's now Charlie Mace.
Yeah, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie got married, you know.
Hence Charlie Mace.
Charlie actually got married. Swear that.
But yeah, man.
All right.
Everyone did good, man.
I think everybody did well, right? And I even think that one of my hot takes. There are aspects about each theme of woman that I find like really endearing.
Do you know what I found really, which was like, you know, the housemate, when
Yes.
obviously Nathan Hector was literally a waste man, and like she was just like making excuses
Yep.
for him and stuff. I thought, oh man,
Oh, you could relate.
fuck off. I thought, oh, we're so down bad, man. And you know why? Because I'm looking at him like, you're so beautiful, you're paying, like you're beautiful, you got so much going for yourself, like you're a
Yeah.
BAFTA nominee, you know what I mean? And then, but that's how it goes.
I wanted her to get with Kane, you know.
Slightly, innit?
I
That's
did-
just a typical rom-com movie
Yeah,
thing.
I
That's
feel
the
like if they
typical.
got together, it would have been. I actually like the
true.
fact that he ended up alone.
See what I'm
Do
saying?
you get what I mean? No, as in like, oh, whatever, man.
I agree with you. I'm on your side.
I'm just saying, I feel like it was better the way it ended, because if they got together, it would have been so typical. It would have been like, do you know what I mean? I liked where it ended and how it ended.
Yeah.
She's clean though.
No, she is. I was like, no,
lame.
she's so pretty. Literally.
Why put the camera on me for?
You're not lying.
Oh, she nice, yeah?
Yes.
I was even, I kept staring at her. I thought, oh, you're so beautiful.
She's
Very pretty
she's
girl.
getting longer to show
I
what's
couldn't
going
see her
on.
face though.
Oh, you couldn't? You got bad vision.
Sorry, you saw her face?
I could see it as plain as day.
I even took my glasses.
I
Sorry.
saw that she had a face,
Yeah.
but I couldn't see her features.
No, I could, yeah.
I could see the features of the tall girl. I could see the features of
Okay.
the. I don't know what she was. Was she like?
The Chinese thing.
Was she Chinese?
Probably not. I don't know.
She's,
Filipino or something.
yeah, she's Philly,
Okay.
I believe.
I couldn't make out the main one.
No, man, I could see her, man. I could see her as plain as day in all her glory.
Yeah, she was lovely. But bad decisions.
Yeah, I
How the
suppose.
story goes.
It's mad.
But her character was cute, though.
It's the innocent,
Naivety.
naive.
Yeah, she was very.
Yeah.
She was. I think that's why she not got away with it, but it's like you could tell hers is purely based on naivety and being like a hopeless, like, do you know what I mean? And seeing the good in everyone. But
It was good to see them like in a different light as well, because obviously, like Charlie and Christopher Savage and Daniel. And I just know them as like content creators and that. Savage is different because I've watched him do stand up and stuff before, and I watched him hosting, so I know he's multi-talented. Obviously, his things a bit separate. But like Charlie and Daniel, I didn't know. Like I said, I just seen them as like content creators. You know, you get in front of your camera and do that. So to see them acting using a different medium to show their talents, it was proper good to see. And they done proper well as well. Like
his laugh.
They did,
Yeah.
He's like one of those people. I feel like that if he was my friend in real life, he'd get on my nerves so badly, but I couldn't be angry at him because he's just naturally. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
gonna be a star. That kid still.
No, he's talented, definitely.
Yeah, I was so proud of Charlie, man.
But he done really well. That's his first time acting as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seemed so natural for him, though.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like I didn't watch it and think, okay, Charlie Mace. Like,
Yeah,
do you get what I
same.
mean? I watched it and thought, oh right, like you actually. This is so normal. This is normal for you. Like you found your bag.
That's why I had to ask some of them anyway, because I couldn't tell the difference between like who was the rookies and who was the professionals, if that makes sense.
Thing is, why I'm so proud with Charlie, I saw what I told him, right? Remember when he came onto the pod, I think it was after 7,
Yeah.
and I had only been introduced to his character whilst on
Meet us.
socials.
Okay.
No, but then he brought himself on Meet Us. You understand? And he was saying how it is that he has that stammer. And it's difficult for him to communicate. So when he goes into his character, it flows. But look at how far he's come, where his normal voice now is just butter. That, leaps and bounds, so proud. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
We got the Wright brothers, man.
100%.
We got the Wright brothers. Definitely a dope show.
I also smiled when they said WEE Studios. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, soon come, man. Soon come.
And you know what? Yeah, they're right. Like theatre actually should be a thing. Like it definitely should be a thing. Like I feel like it was such a breath of fresh air. Something different to do. Do you get what I mean? Like as a social thing to do. I liked it.
Yeah, it's a place that you can meet your future beanie.
Don't know about that though.
Oh, come on.
No, not like that. But I mean, like
I'm talking for the man them.
Why can't the guy meet man in there as well?
But she was like, I don't know.
No, I'm just. I don't talk like that. First of all, I'm talking about like how, because. I mean, I guess afterwards, if you
Yes,
like
the
mingle and
fallout.
stuff,
And even the beginning.
And what?
There's the intermission, there's the fallout, and there's the beginning.
Fair enough.
And people always linger a while and then
Yeah,
kind of look
just-
around to see what was happening, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, man. I really loved it.
Was there loads of like?
There
loads
was
of people there
plenty.
on the day that you
Yeah.
went?
It was full, innit?
Yes, it
Sure.
was.
I don't think there was
pretty
empty seat in the house. To be
Yeah,
fair,
sold out.
It was full. It was a good look, man. Good vibe. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it though, man. I definitely enjoyed it. It was funny. There was laughs there, good laughs. It was consistent. You get me? Relatable characters and that. It was just a good show. I look forward to their next offering. I'm pissed I missed the first one now as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, first one's really good, man. Really good. So you're gonna be prepared for the third one, yeah?
What, for a role?
Yeah.
They give it to me, boy. I told them. Stop playing with me.
I still see you on there freestyling as opposed to doing lines. Somehow. I don't know why. Yeah.
It's because I enjoy doing it.
Maybe.
I like going rogue. You know, going off script.
Yeah.
That's my brand. You get me? But I suppose in those circumstances, you're not really supposed to do that. You'd have to do all your freestyling beforehand. Do you know what I mean? When you're working out in rehearsals or making any changes and stuff like that, and then get it set in stone kind of thing. You can't go rogue on the night when everybody's practicing. You're supposed to just break out into something that ain't got nothing to do with the show. Because how they gonna follow me?
100%. Esther sends her love to everybody.
Morning.
No,
you.
she was there on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody turned out. Just you weren't there. Just felt weird.
I went though. I just couldn't go when you lot went. So sorry.
I didn't say that to basically, point out anything. Christy was there fawning over Stephen. Man, she actually turned to me. Stephen was sat next to her. Just picture this, right? Stephen was sat next to her, minding his business. I was minding my business also, right? This is before the show started. And she turns to me and says, Brent! So I look over. Obviously, I look past Stephen. Stephen turns around to her, obviously because noise happened. And then she's like, oh, that's where all the handsome went.
Oh, man.
And then Stephen's there looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm thinking, you didn't have to bring me into this. You could have just told Stephen he's handsome. Why did you bring me into this? And then Steve was like, I don't know what to do. Then Christy.
Right? Stephen's married, right?
How can you imagine?
You say Christy's just shooting off the hip.
The thing is, she didn't pause at all. She was like, Stephen, you're handsome in a roundabout way. You understand?
I love that.
Yeah, nice.
Probably went home and was like, still got it.
All right, cool. Let's start the show. Oh, shout out to Baba Yell and Black Rob
Yes.
and your lovely wives.
Oh, and Jackie was there as well, man.
Serious?
Yeah, but she was inside things, so obviously I didn't get a chance to introduce you guys, man.
Yes, that's bad, man. Yeah.
I know, man. I know. But yeah, next time.
Yeah. All
I don't
right.
know where you just saw these people. I didn't see nobody. That's all.
You saw what you needed to see,
Yeah, but apparently.
Abby. I wasn't even there, and I know. Because I know your ass.
You're not even lying.
I know.
You're not even lying.
think I don't know.
One second.
Come on.
I saw the same thing everybody else saw. I got eyes. What's it got to do with me?
Excuse me. Let's just get headlines up. It's all right.
No, I don't understand what we're doing here.
We're not coming to do you. Open the door, close the door. I am so confused. Pantomime is not down. Sorry. It's fine. There.
No, but I'm saying I saw the same thing everybody else in the building saw, and the reaction from me was the same as everybody else in the building.
You're being
Everybody
obtuse now.
everybody just went about their life, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is, why did it affect me so differently? Like, what did I even do?
Ask yourself that. Don't ask us.
No, I'm asking you. How did you when you watched it play out? What did you see me do? I don't understand.
I saw you and then I didn't see you.
I went downstairs to the toilet afterwards, and then I was talking to PK and Charlie and Nathan and that.
How's the man on your Snapchat?
What?
How's the man all the man on your Snapchat?
Ah. I was thinking, what are you talking about? There's better than
Are you
this.
gonna start a new one?
No, let me show you. Let me see if I can show you something. If there's, look, plus they just keep coming.
Oh.
They just keep coming. There's better than PK added me and put my ad on his story, and I woke up to just like 1 trillion man just following me on Snapchat. You get me? I don't mind, but obviously I was just thinking, how come the ratio's like this? That's when PK's done it. He's finished.
He's only got Mandarin.
Crazy. Yeah, if it was me, I would have gave you variation. You know what I'm saying? Range. You get me? That's about balance. Told you this is like the $1 Million Man March. This is crazy.
You know, Christy also has a problem with the interracial couples in Greenwich. We were sat in a restaurant, and each time she saw one, she's like,
You just went for food afterwards, and you know I was hungry.
Hungry for something else.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
I had no idea. You know what I'm saying?
A man didn't message me. Me and Brent spoke about this afterwards. Just telling me about all the restaurants that's around. Oh, there's this, there's that. You knew I was hungry. You saw me eating blood clot Chris.
you know, Craven Stephen is. Let's switch topic. You know, Craven Stephen is. There was a old African auntie just in front of us, right? And after the intermission, she had skewered chicken, and she was handing it out to the people on the row.
And he took some.
What?
Did he take some?
And then Steve was like, "Where did you get that from?" She's like, "I brought it." And he's like, "Can I have one?" Can I have one? Imagine, don't you think that's wild for Stephen to be asking for some woman's food?
It is, you know.
I would have never thought Stephen would do that.
But was she like just walking through and just
She
minding her
was
business?
sat and she was eating the skewered chicken, and she handed one to the person on her right, and she handed one to the man on her right. And then Stephen tapped her and said, "Where'd you get that from?" And then she said, "I brought it." And then Steve was like, "Can I have one?"
I can't believe you went for food without me. That's horrible. Talk about disappearing. I stayed there to the end. I left. I was with the Wright brothers. Ask everybody. Ask Charlie. Ask Christopher Savage. Ask Daniel. Ask the whole cast. I was there with them. The boys from Supercell. I was outside. I was staying. I didn't disappear nowhere. You lot left me.
Supercell was there?
Dwayne. I don't know who his character is. The one with the braids. The other one with the dreads that got punched up by Taser. Nah, he's in Blue Story. He's not in Supercell. There's that whole little acting clique. They was all there, innit?
How are they?
What do you mean, how are they?
Are they cool?
Yeah, they're blessed. They're
All
blessed.
right, sweet.
They're super cool.
get
But
into
I was, like I said, you lot left me. No, you lot left me, and then you went to go and consume, and you knew I was hungry. This is crazy, but you're making out like This is. Oh, I can't believe it. Christy's terrible, because she's trying to make out like I've done disappearing. Like
Christy was the one who basically suggested that we leave you.
It's horrible. And Christy didn't even like interracial dating in the play. She wouldn't even give a round of applause for Charlie when he's getting married. I was saying, come on, Christy, man.
Doesn't she have black in her?
Who, the Filipino thing?
Apparently she's Indonesian.
Okay, said thing.
No, I'm just saying someone corrected us in the chat. All right.
No, I'm saying
We don't know the mix and blend like Cool Palmer.
she ain't got no black in her. Maybe on her wedding night she did.
We just said the same thing about Cool Palmer. So, you know.
That gal has not got no black in her. Well, then again, you know what? For real, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, stick with that. Stick with that. All right, then. Into the headlines. But I enjoyed your company, Margs, man. You're good people.
Do you think?
Yeah, you just need to, like, be with the people you came with, to get me. You just effed off. That's terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. And you brought us drinks.
You left me. I thought you was going to be canoodling in the foyer.
How long outside were we waiting for you, man? Yeah? Felt like forever, right?
They were there for a while, you know.
Oh, I didn't know you was outside the building. I was thinking, why aren't you downstairs? Didn't you want to meet the Wright brothers? Remember they spoke to us. They said they wanted to take some pictures
I spoke
afterwards
to
and
both
stuff
of
like
them.
that. Did you get any pictures?
You know, I don't take pictures. I don't know why you went with that one line.
I was doing the networking thing for the New Black. I was doing the proper thing. And these was outside the front of the building. This is crazy, the narrative that you are trying to spin on this after you left me.
Imagine.
And you left me without any type of warning or nothing. Didn't check on nothing. You get me? I'll make sure you arrive safely. Everything. These are snakes anyway. But I know what to expect next time I go out with you, innit? Let's get the headlines.
You're not going to gaslight us. We stayed. I told Babiel, can you wait a while? And wait a while so that Margs comes out. No Margs. I told Black Rob, have you seen Margs? No, he hasn't seen Margs. I asked Esther, she hasn't seen Margs. Esther was waiting to basically see you. And nothing. I was like, look, if I go in there, I may not come out. So we waited patiently. And then when the two Wright brothers are gone, they're saying they're going to the after party. Charlie Mason gone. I'm then thinking, all right, cool. Everybody's heading over there. Let's go and get something to eat. That's what Christy said.
Did you just lie in my face?
What?
When who went where? When what happened?
When the two Wright brothers left and Charlie Mason left, I even handed Charlie Mason's envelope.
You want me to believe that you watched them leave?
Yes, they were outside.
No, but not that they was outside. That you watched them leave.
Yeah, they may have come back.
You're such a liar. You're a bad person. That's crazy.
Emmanuel, question. Did you see the two Wright brothers leave?
I know what Ben's talking about though, because Shex was by the car, innit?
Obviously.
And he went to speak to him.
I went to speak to him.
Yeah.
I was with them outside. All of them. The whole
No.
cast. Charlie, Nathan, the Wright brothers, Tiffany and that, the gathering was out there. Everybody's leaving when we went to go to the after party. I was with them. Outside there. So you can't tell me that they
there's
left.
a saying, you have to mind the business that pays you, right? When you come with people, you make sure you stay with them people. Or you look for them people.
So none of you
The
contacted me.
majority of the people were together.
And
Where
none of
were
you
you?
contacted me to see if I was all right.
I tried to call you, there was no reception.
All right then. Okay.
You know how you don't like to ask your phone anyway. You like to ask your phone. But I'd like to do it again properly. But next time,
Stay together. I
beg
can't
you,
believe
man.
you went to eat. These are snakes. That's the worst part of the whole thing.
blame Christy. We were looking to stay there until you came out, and she's like, "I'm hungry, man." And you know she gets feral when it is that she when she's hungry, and you know she's forceful like that. So I'm like, cool. So yeah, she took us to this Turkish place. Didn't know that they were, but she called them swirlies. I didn't understand what that term was.
What's that?
The whole black guy liking a white girl thing, swirly.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, wow, you have a lot of terms for this thing that you don't like.
She knows her stuff.
It's mad.
Oh, Ben, you know it's the Turkish people were Asian.
What you mean? The servants?
Everybody. I didn't
Nope.
see no Turkish people.
Nope.
You saw Turkish people?
Yes, the owners of the restaurant were Turkish, and that's what happens. Even in a Chinese shop, takeaway, they will only get Asian delivery drivers and whatnot. They trust them.
No, but I'm pretty sure when I was walking by and I got ketchup, and I looked through, I saw an Asian guy, chef.
No, I saw two Turkish guys as chefs. I saw one helper in there that was Asian.
Okay.
Yeah. All of the staff, the helping staff, were Asian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Let's get into the headlines.
All right, people. So, France's far-right National Rally has failed to win a majority in parliamentary elections. So, official results show a victory for the left-wing NFP alliance, which is the new Popular Front. So, President Emmanuel Macron's centrist Ensemble alliance came second with the RN in third place. The country now faces the prospect of a hung parliament, as the three groups have no tradition of working together. There was no immediate comment from Macron. This was the second round of voting in France's snap parliamentary election, which Macron called a month ago. After the RN did well in the first round a week ago, leftist or centrist candidates in many places withdrew, which was obviously a tactical move to allow the anti-RN votes to go to one contender. Next headline. And the Labour government has made a swath of announcements as it enters its first week its first full week in power, including plans to liberalize planning laws, boost dentist appointments, and recruit more teachers. The blitz of announcements come from a government keen to embody the change slogan that he used to get elected. There's little news about the contents of what's being said. Rather, the cabinet is taking the steps it promised, to while it was in opposition. The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, for example, is set to speak with business leaders as she aims to deliver on the government's mandate and declare economic growth and national mission in her first major speech in office. She will also propose changes to the planning system and announce swift changes to unblock infrastructure and private investment. Meanwhile, the Health Secretary, Wes Streeton, is set to meet with the British Dentists Association to discuss Labour's campaign promise to deliver 700,000 urgent appointments. And Mr. Streeton is also set to speak with junior doctors on Tuesday in an attempt to resolve the long-running industrial action. And the last headline, the European Union is willing to offer Sir Keir Starmer a new deal on the post-Brexit issues. This is what the Irish Prime Minister Simon Harris has indicated. He said that Brexit has happened and the British people had made a decision, but absolutely is there space to have a veterinary agreement? Is there space in terms of student mobility? Is there space to work closer together on issues? I think there absolutely is. And I do think that there would be willingness in Europe to have those conversations in due course, should that be the wish of the British government. He also added that Ireland would be an ally of a closer relationship between Britain and the EU. That's pretty much it for the headlines. I did want to go through quickly, if you guys don't mind, the new cabinet. One second.
You
Guys.
see Lami's speech?
No, I didn't,
Where is he? Foreign Secretary?
He is indeed. Mm-hmm. Were you impressed by it?
That guy's face edges me, man.
Mm-mm. Why?
I don't like him because he is one of those blacks. I don't like. Yeah.
Okay. You know some of the positives.
And his voice is annoying.
You know some of the positive people say about about Starmer, with regards to him kind of moving towards the ceasefire position for Gaza. People said attributing it to David Lammy.
What?
Yeah.
Can you remember when David Lammy
100%.
was asked the first time and he was like, nope, they have a right to defend themselves. And then only when it is that the whole, I think Israel bombed some media van or something, and then the world kind of shifted. That's when he started saying, I think we should, start looking at the ceasefire. Remember?
100%.
Okay, such a bloody jar.
But yes, obviously everyone knows Sir Keir Starmer is now the Prime Minister. Angela Rayner is the Deputy Prime Minister. She's been the Deputy since he was elected the leader in 2020. She's also going to be the Levelling Up Secretary as well. Rachel Reeves, obviously we spoke about her. She's now the Chancellor of the Exchequer. She's apparently the first female or first woman Chancellor the country's ever had in 800 years or something like that. Yvette Cooper, she's the Home Secretary. David Lammy, like we just said, he's the Foreign Secretary. Obviously, he's the MP that represented Tottenham as well. He was the first Black Briton, by the way, to attend Harvard Law School as well. And apparently, this is probably one of the reasons why he's got that role, because he's kind of developed some links over there. He's friends with Barack Obama. He's got links on both the Democrat side and also on the Republican side as well. So whoever wins, he'll probably be in a good position to kind of foster that relationship. Pat McFadden, he's the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster. Shabana Mahmood is the Justice Secretary. Big up her. Wes Streeton, who's the MP for Ilford North. He just about made it, his seat was almost taken away from him. But he just about made it by 589 votes. And he's the Health Secretary. Bridget Phillipson is the Education Secretary. Ed Miliband's back, and he's the Energy Secretary. Peter Kyle is the Science, Innovation and Technology Secretary. Louise Hay is the Transport Secretary. Liz Kendall is the Work and Pensions Secretary. Jonathan Reynolds is the Business Secretary, and John Healey is the Defence Secretary. And he's been doing this, he's apparently a veteran from the Tony Blair days. So he's back in the cabinet as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man, and give people an update on the new cabinet. But yes, I guess we can move on from there.
All right, let's get into what you're saying. Topic of the day.
All right, people, let's get into this topic of the day. So, the question is, right? I'm pretty sure you guys saw some back and forth on social media. I want to get you lots of takes on this, right? But the England squad, because obviously, you know, if Farage had his way, the England squad may be completely different.
Hey, I'm not sure if you're following the reform and its beginnings. So, the largest donor is some Asian guy.
Okay.
And he was interviewed on, I think, GB News the other day, and I watched it. And I've realized that the composition of reform outside of Nigel Farage is quite Asian.
Is it?
Yes.
I saw some. Is it a Pakistani guy? Is it the same one? Is it that? I thought he was one of their leaders or something like that. I see.
No, you're talking about the old guy.
It's my Habib.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah,
I think he is. But I'm talking about the largest donor, right? But anyway, Emmanuel, do you think that's what's going to fell Nigel? The realization that all of the migrants that he wants out, and in large part his core party want out, are now looking at reform like it's supposed to be the new Conservative Party, because that's how it's looking, right? Even Priti Patel it's Braverman. She was interviewed again on GB News, and they were asking her if she would move from Conservatives to Reform, and she wouldn't give an answer. And she was also saying that we were saying on the trail that we were the right. We just given all of that speech saying that we were leaning right. But we weren't actually leaning right at all. And that's what pisses her off. So I'm thinking, the Conservatives really want to be the right? Like, they actually admit it with their mouths?
Yeah.
I didn't know they admitted that with their mouths, Emmanuel.
No, we're talking about far right.
But this is what she's saying. She was saying they were doing all the talk like they were. But they didn't actually show it in actions. And Nigel is basically showing it in actions. And that little slip, I'm thinking, you've actually said it. I've always thought that that's what they're on, but just that polished version. And then she said that's why a lot of the Conservative members are moving over to Reform, because they're looking like we are supposed to be looking, which is mad right. I'm thinking, boy, oh boy.
But the Tories have never, like, a lot of Tories don't like the Reform guys though, because they feel like they're just silly racists, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, as much as black people have like legitimate gripes with the Tory party, you have to remember that a lot of Tories are not trying to be part of the party to make life difficult for black people. Like, they just feel like their way is just the better way of running the government. You know what I'm saying? But then you've got the people like Reform who are on the far right. But to be fair to Farage, if I can be, he always like takes the time to say it's not that we don't want immigration, we just don't want the people who produce nothing to be here. If you come in here with skills and qualifications and you can actually contribute to the country, we want you. The other guys, we don't want. We don't want freeloaders. You know what I'm saying? So all them people like the donors like you're talking about, who are actually businessmen who can actually contribute to the country.
Yeah.
He's happy about them.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Because if it's then seen as the immigrant party, I think you get pissed.
Yeah, 100%. But you have to remember that like there would only be, in the grand scheme of things, a small percentage of Asian people compared to the white majority.
100%, but it would be the ones that would be on camera.
But then I don't think he would see that as a bad thing, you know.
Serious?
Yeah, I think he would just say, well, you see, we are actually for Britain. We are for inclusive Britain.
I think that's what he would say when he's in public, Emmanuel. I don't know if that's what he would say in private.
Also, what do you feel like Farage is like a bona fide racist?
I'm confused. What are we doing?
No, I'm just asking.
Yes,
like,
I do.
How do you see him in comparison to, what sort of racist do you see him as?
a racist that knows what to say in public to try to mask it as though he's not racist.
Okay, cool.
Someone call him a nationalist.
Mm.
Is he like Tommy Robinson?
Yes, but just a bit more sprinkle, sugar. He'd wear suits and stuff.
I don't know. Probably, obviously, he's whatever is in his heart's in his heart. It doesn't strike me as someone that wouldn't work with or be frustrated because there's people of colour in his cabinet.
If it's people of colour that are like Suella Braverman and Priti Patel, he doesn't mind because they're doing what he wants them to do. They will go into their communities and look to do the wickedness that he wants them to do.
Yeah, but the racists like what you're kind of talking about, they wouldn't even want that.
What racism am I talking about?
I don't know, because you're moving like he's got pitchforks and like he's leader of the KKK kind of thing.
No, I even think that Tommy Robinson would look to sit down with black people and brown people and pretend as though he's not racist because he said, I'm not racist. I've got a black friend. But if you're doing anything of note and you know that you want to be able to speak to a particular community that you have no access to, he would use those people to go and do it. I fully believe Farage is a racist mother effer, 120%. And he surrounds himself with racist mother effers. His deputy, 100% racist mother effer.
Well, Tice.
I don't know. The tall guy that looks racist.
Yeah, he's a different type of guy, you can tell.
Yeah, but I also think that he would also say he's not racist and he would also look to work with black and brown people in order to get black and brown people out of this country.
But I think Tice would have to take a drink before doing that. Like, he's one of them, I think. You know what I mean? He's the guy that was talking about the barbershops.
I think so.
Yeah, he's the one who started the party.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know why it is that y'all aren't thinking that Nigel is racist. It's weird.
No, it's not that I don't
sounds
think
weird
he's
to
racist.
me even hearing it, and I'm looking at y'all saying the words, and it still sounds weird to me.
No, so it's not a case of me not thinking he's racist. It's just me thinking, do you know what it is? It's because often I try to put myself in another person's position, yeah, and ask myself, would I be like Farage if this was Nigeria? You know what I'm saying? And people was coming.
Explain that, please.
So basically, if people was coming to Nigeria from different walks of life, different countries, and they weren't contributing, they was kind of just, at least from my perspective, I thought they were just sucking up the resources in some type of way. How would I respond? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I'm trying to see it from that angle, to see if there's more to him, rather than me looking at him and thinking this guy just a racist that knows how to articulate himself. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to view another possibility. You know?
These men, I just see them as nationalists, and I know they definitely got racist views and prejudiced views and stuff like that. But I feel like even in their mind, they're just trying to put like Britain first in a sense. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why they won't mind collaborating with them people of color that are like that, because they got that the same agenda. They get what I'm trying to say. So some of them things that these people say, it just sounds mad, like coming from them. But I feel like as humans, we all have like similar thoughts and stuff like that. Like, not that it's not right. Like, say like with the England team and all that. Like, these men are forgetting that this is their country and they're white people. You know what I'm trying to say? And when they look and they see all these black men, that they're allowed to feel however they feel. It works on the other side of things when I've seen black people talk about it and see it and do it. When like you see the cricket and the man are playing for England, and it's these Sikh man in turbans and beards and all that. And man, you get what I'm trying to say? And you know the thoughts that people have and all the things that they're saying. Like, these ain't English man, like kind of thing. It's the same thing, just with different demographic. And if black man could look at that and say that, but we can say anything we want. But then when a white person does it with things, it's racist and it's horrible and it's that. It's the same kind of shit. We're all human.
I can't agree with you because they bloody colonized us and said you're part of us now.
Yeah, but
and they invited us. They begged us to come to their bloody country to make it great.
Yeah, by this
Do you
point,
understand?
By this point, we knew they was lying. And also, when you say they, it wasn't the people. It wasn't the country that done that. It was the people. It was the people in power that made the decisions. It was the government. It wasn't the public. There wasn't the public's choice. They never had no say in the situation and what the Commonwealth done and who they got brought over and immigration. The public never had no say in it. So when you bring them and moving them into their community, you talk about this is what they done. They talk about, what do you mean? I didn't do nothing. I was in my yard minding my business. This ain't got nothing to do with me. He's talking about a small select group of people that run the country.
I think it's a point that you just made. It was a small minority, and they forced it onto the majority, but not the majority in London, because London is where we're based.
Yeah.
Right? He's not even from London, so he's not even seeing what the London people are seeing. Are you in agreement?
Yeah.
And he's looking to now be the prime minister of also this largest city that affects everything in the UK, and he has those views. Sorry, you need to change your mind. You can't be spouting what it is that you're spouting. You can't.
Yeah, no, I heard that. I definitely heard that. Did you see when they asked him if he was gonna help, like, what are you gonna do for black people, for the black community?
No, I didn't see that, you know.
Yeah, they was asking him, like, if you got in power, or what are you gonna do for the black community and all that. He said nothing.
That's what Farage said.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing for no black community. What are you talking about? He said, listen, I don't care what colour you are. You get me? I'm judging people off their character. I'll do for people that do for self and hereditary. He's doing all that. He's like, I'm not making no exceptions for people because you're black or because you're anything. He said, I'm not here for all that. I don't care about none of that.
Question. I know that you believe that every single politician lies and they say what they need to say, right? But can't you see the obvious in Farage? When he decided to basically put up that particular billboard and have that line coming from Europe into the UK, why did he choose to only have ethnics in that particular thing? Why not
He knows what he's playing
Ukrainians
on.
and
No, the thing
Russians?
about Farage, I don't take him seriously. He's like a weasel, and I think he just wants to get on. And this is like,
He's a grifter, you're saying?
this is just the route that he's thought. If I tie myself to this, I could be successful. There's something in the air here, and he's just running with it. I think he's just a piece of shit. He's just a chancer. He just wants to get on by any means necessary. Like, I don't think he believes even in his cause, in his heart like that. I don't think he's actually like, he don't seem serious.
I 120% believe he's serious and he's spoken like that, he's moved like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. He could have stayed on the sidelines. Instead, he said, I'm the only one that could basically make this work, so I am now going to put myself there. I don't know what you're talking about. He's seen as a great white hope.
Who, Farage?
120% after Boris Johnson.
It's just because things have been so bad, man. You get what I'm trying to say? It's just because things have been so bad and they're just clinging to anything. You get me? They've seen the success that Trump's had in America with the rhetoric and all that, and he's just trying to step into this, into that role over here, and it's working a little bit.
You know, he was advising Trump.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I don't get what is happening here.
You remember his whole plan was to go out there and help Trump's campaign.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I do. I just don't take him seriously for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Like, obviously, he's more dangerous probably than the Tommy Robinsons and that because he's in politics. You get what I'm trying to say? And he's in a position where he can influence.
Far more
change and stuff like
dangerous
that.
because he's convinced you that he isn't racist.
No, not that he isn't racist. Just that he's not like, not that he isn't racist. Just that I'm saying that that's not like his whole.
It is a shtick.
It is his stick, but I'm saying he's not. Like, I can't explain it. I think it's because I don't take him seriously. I don't know what it is. There's something about him that I just.
Yeah, everybody didn't take Boris seriously either.
So I need to take him serious before it's too late. I think it's because I don't take him seriously. What it is. It's not that I don't think he's not racist or nothing like that. There's just something about him that I just very dismissive about, if that makes sense.
Well, we're going to be covering a lot of his shenanigans on this particular show because I do believe that he is going to go from strength to strength unless it is that they slander him and look to get him out there because them conservative parties they're floundering right now and they know that he's got the charisma. They're even talking about getting Boris back in because that's the only person that could look to basically stave him off.
I told you they're going to replace the Conservatives, man.
This isn't going to be any... because the mainstream media are going to give him plenty airtime. Like, plenty airtime. And off the back of that, you're going to be convincing more minds, bit by bit. I mean, they've already convinced the blacks. Reform has already convinced the blacks. These two blacks here.
Convince us that what?
He's not racist.
No one said that, man. Everyone knows what he is, innit?
Oh,
What?
say it, please.
That he's racist.
Say it.
Farage is racist.
All right, say it also.
Farage is racist?
Good.
No one doesn't think he isn't.
That's not the vibe
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
getting from what it is.
Nah,
I
man.
turned around for a reason. You tried to say, well, he's a nationalist instead. Use that word.
No,
I want to use the otherist.
Even so, even with everything that you said, and even everything that I know about him, that's the way I do see him like that.
I
More.
know. That's what I said. He's convinced you.
It's not convinced me because in his nationalist shit, he says there's bare racist rhetoric that he's pushing.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that you said it. And that matters to me.
Yeah,
that
it does
you
matter.
say it. This guy's he's a wally, man. He's a dangerous wally. And you will see so much so in the next few months. I'm telling you, he's even started talking about changing the voting system.
Yeah.
And once you start doing that, and he knows exactly what to say to get the people riled up. He knows what to say to get the blacks on his side. Can you imagine? You know how dangerous
But
of a racist that is?
Do you think he's right about changing the voting system though?
I'm not talking about this in this context. We can change the context first and then we'll have a conversation. He ain't gonna tie nothing onto me. Sorry.
All right. Well, anyway, the question pretty much was, in an England where a Farage is the Prime Minister, would England do well in 2024 Euros? Obviously, the other day, was it Saturday? We saw England face, who was it? Was it Switzerland?
Yeah, Switzerland, yeah.
In the quarterfinals. Everyone was black or mixed race. Everyone scored their pennies. Everyone basically who wasn't, I guess, through the eyes of reform and people alike, not really British, saved Britain, very much, right? So, like, I guess, like, how do you see? Is this kind of like a mirror to the world, well, to the rest of England, especially since the other day we were talking about England kind of moving towards the right. Is this almost like a message, sending a message to all of England, pretty much saying, look, we are indispensable to Britain being great, if you want to call it great? Or is this just a nothing to you? Because obviously we saw what happened last time when was it Sancho, Saka, and somebody else missed the penalties, and all of a sudden
Sancho, Rashford, and Saka. Yeah,
there you go.
But-
and all of a sudden they went British like that. They was now.
I think
monkeys.
you're very hopeful because for me, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. They love you. It's with it's like I feel like it's like when you benefit them, that's when they like you, innit? The moment you don't, that's when they show their true colours. But that's how they really feel about you. These lot scored depends, and it went through. If they didn't, it would be exactly the same as it was before. That's not gonna change. Do you get what I mean? Let's just say the next match that happens, yeah, they lose. It's not going to be, oh, well done, lad, you did well, you got us this far in the first place. It's going to be back to boo, monkeys, and the same old shit, because that's how they really feel. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, it's making a stand and it's showing England that, oh, you know, you need us and, you know, we're indispensable. Phooey. Like, yeah, right.
the black players in the England team ain't no new phenomenon.
Yeah, that's true.
They've been relying on black players from Quay, you get me?
Literally.
And some of their best players from Rio Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, Sol Campbell, like
John Barnes.
You're
yeah,
right.
John Barnes. His international work career wasn't too crazy, but hey, you know, same thing. Like they've had them, they're there. Like it's not. This ain't like no new phenomenon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like black players have been important, whether they want to admit it or not. It's a different. Is a different story. But nothing ain't changed with the landscape of international football.
But in terms of, I guess, even from back then with John Barnes, he was the first black player for England. I can't remember. I could see his face in my head. But anyway, like from the 80s, they were still dealing with racism. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course I do.
Who was it? Nottingham Forest? You play for Nottingham Forest?
I can't.
John Charles?
Oh, that weren't who
No,
I was.
it's not
That
who
weren't
I'm
who I was
talking
thinking then.
about.
That definitely weren't who I was
He's
thinking.
got a name that's like unisex.
Viv?
That's
Viv
it.
Anderson.
That's it. Yeah, Viv Anderson. But yeah, even from back then till like now, it's still like we're still getting the whole dealing with racism. So one could argue, yes, it's not a new phenomenon, But it's like, why are we still having to deal with the same things? And you can see our contribution.
But this is the thing, though, right? Because Chrissy made a very valid point, and she was like, she said, let me read it. She said, when it comes to football, black people will endure the racism, so their attitude won't change. And it's true. Like, we accept it because the players continue to play, knowing that people are racist. So really and truly, what are we really moaning about? Not like that, but do you get what I mean? It's not going to make a difference. It's like, you know, people are racist. Like, when I look at, isn't it in America where that they're dealing with that racism stuff? Like, people went on strike and stopped playing and all that stuff. English players, they won't do that over here. So really and truly, what stand are you actually making? You're letting people. You're basically saying that it's okay.
But what is it? If they're not, if no one ain't throwing bananas at them in the stands, or if they're not being prosecuted or fairly untreated by the FA, who's this thing to for the people? We know. Why do people pretend like we know where we are? You know what I'm trying to say? Like the masses, like there's a majority, it's a white country. Like, you know, there's racism out there. So if they've made the choice that they want to play for their country and they want to play for England, that's on them. Who they should be striking because there's racist English fans. That don't even make no sense. I mean, like I said, if they're dashing bananas at them and they're playing and giving them monkey noises and stuff like that, then yeah, cool, that's totally different. But they're not doing that.
But they're abusing you online, though.
Yeah, but that's the public. They can't control the public. What the public do.
But it's your fans.
Would you say the same thing if the fans were saying racist stuff to them, but it was their club team, though? So if somebody, like, if people were talking about, Saka, he's this, that, and the third, but it's because of his performances at Arsenal.
It's because he's...
Because of his performances with Arsenal. Would you say the same thing?
They do that to them.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, would we say, okay, because it's for England, they should take a stand, but if it was for their clubs,
I'm saying in general. So I just actually realized what you're talking about. So yeah, but no, for me, it's in general. Like, my thing is, if you're gonna complain about the racism, because we're not gonna sit here and act like the players don't talk about it, because they do, right? Like, they've spoke about it, they've made posts about it. It may not be loud, but it's obviously something that they don't enjoy. And I can only imagine what that does to your mental, regardless of whether you can brush it off or not. It's not pleasant. Do you get what I mean? So my thing is, if it's something that you genuinely are concerned about, then maybe you should try a different approach. But if it's just a case of, you know what, I'm going to continue to play and hopefully one day these will just back off. It's not that day isn't coming.
It's the same attitude that everybody has that's here. If you're concerned about it, why are you here? Why you ain't going home? You're not leaving. You're telling them to strike, but you're staying here. Like, that don't make no sense. It's the same mindset. It's why we're still here. Why no one ain't going home and why we're still here. It's the same thing that we're doing. We're enjoying the nonsense. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's the same mindset. So anybody that wants the players to strike, you don't go back to your country as well. No, what's the truth though? Let's go keep the same energy, or you're just woofing on the net.
But it's exactly the same though. If, for example, you can live your life and not actually, because you can speak to a random black person and say to them, have you experienced racism? But yeah, but not for the last 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you expect them to leave the country based on 7 years of no racism if they feel like they're just living their lives? But someone like Saka or whatever will be living their lives, but every day or every time they're playing football for England, they feel like people are being racist towards them. You know what I'm saying? One, like, miss a penalty in play and someone's like throwing, bananas on the pitch and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be different.
Yeah, no, I hear it. But like I'm saying, it's what they signed up for, innit? This is the job. It's like if they win the Euros and they go and get MBEs and OBEs, they're going to go and accept them, innit?
That is true. Saying that point, though, because a lot of people obviously feel some type of way about accepting OBEs and MBEs and stuff like that, right? Do you feel like these same players should feel some type of way as well about that? And for example, put it this way. If there was like 2 black players on the team, they were the most exceptional players on the team, and one of them was like, cool, I'm accepting my MBE or my OBE, whatever it is, and the other one's like, no, I'm not. Do you feel like that causes a problem that they should both kind of... Do you feel like it's a collective decision? Put it that way. So let's just say all of us are on the same team, and half of us like, yeah, I'm taking that MBE, man, I did well for the country, this, that, and the third, and half of us like, no. Do you feel like that's a collective decision, or is that an individualistic decision to make?
It's definitely an individual's decision.
They're not awarding the team. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're getting it based on your... It's definitely individual, 100%. So make
Your decision
based
affects
on-
everybody.
There you go.
That's true. You can't deny that. Like your decision would affect everybody, but it's still your decision to make.
But it's okay.
What do you mean by your decision will affect everybody?
If there was because one of them might be on some, look, I'm going to take this. I've done well for the country. I'm proud of being English. I want to move forward on the inclusivity thing and a assimilation thing, and just want to move forward and do the unity kumbaya thing. And that might be their goal. And then what they're saying is, especially if you're beside me and you're a high profile player as well and you're a black person, but then you come and do the, oh no, fuck this place thing, but you're still living there, but then you don't want nothing to do with this colonizer thing, you're essentially, they could view it as like you're being an enemy of progress, innit? Because your voice and your words is going to have a negative effect on the black people here that want to be a part of the country and want to, you're giving them fuel to the fire to say, fuck everybody then. Like, why should we even reach out to any of them? Look at them, they're ungrateful, they're this, they're that, or whatever it may be. You know what I'm trying to say? So everybody's decision is going to affect everybody, in my opinion. But I still think it's individual, it's yours to be made, innit? Because if you don't want to do the Rule Britannia thing, Empire thing, you're not on all that, then you're not on all that, innit? You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Do you feel like obviously you may decide something different, yeah, but 5 years from now, they're like Just Jeans contributed to this, that, and the third, like single-handedly reduced obesity in the country and all sorts, yeah. And they're like, look, we want to reward you. Do you feel like that's a decision you need to, like, that is solely your own, or do you feel like that decision you'll actually speak with other people about it, or like how would it look to your community? Are these the things that you think about?
100%. I think because my brand is for the community and about the community, and everything I do is for my people, I definitely would consider that when it comes to making my decision. I don't think I'd base it on just me. And also, I'm a very indecisive human being in general. So, unfortunately, I always want a sounding board, no matter what decision it is. Ask Brent. I can ask Brent about things that I don't really need to ask him about, but do you know what I mean? So, I would definitely seek counsel, 100%.
Okay, makes sense. Brent, how do you see, like, with these black players, obviously you're not a footballer, like, you know, their level or whatever it may be, yeah, but do you feel like they go into these games thinking, I carry more on my shoulders than the other people in the team? Or do you feel like, I just want to succeed like everybody else in the team? That's their mentality.
I think each of them believes the first for different reasons. For example, Kane might think that he has more responsibility than the rest of them. Saka is mindful of the race aspect or element to it. I'm not sure about Ivan Toney. I'm not sure about Trent, but I know Saka definitely. And Rashford would have also.
Okay.
Is that the question you asked me?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to see if basically, like, because obviously a lot of the time there's pressure on these players to perform, right? Because obviously the standards they set for themselves, maybe their families watching, the country's looking towards them to be, you know, the best in that particular position. But I'm now asking, do you feel like the additional pressure of being black and knowing that the community is looking at me, but also knowing that I could give these people any excuse to start disrespecting me and other black people in the country?
That definitely weighs on Saka's mind, yes. And I think it's also on the consciousness of the England players' minds.
As in all England players?
All of them.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I believe so. Yeah. I believe so. And I guess even in the messages that they left for Saka afterwards, it shows that they're conscious of that. I don't think that they're blind to any of that at all. I think just like when the world, or the UK, the nation, revolted when the mainstream papers blamed everything on Saka, or depicted as though it was his fault for that particular, was it Slovenia? Can't remember which game it was. I think they saw that too, and they were equally as vexed So when it is that they go out, I think they're mindful of that, 100%.
Okay. Miles, what's your thinking
What was the question?
in terms of like the additional pressure that comes, like that the players themselves may put on themselves with regards to, you know, I'm black, and obviously I know the other pressures, you know, just being an exceptional player, the country's looking to me to perform, but I'm black. So I know there's the additional thing of, if I mess up, this could result in this. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think they think about that when they're playing. I think when it gets to stuff like penalties, it would definitely start running through their mind. That's what I was even saying. I don't know how Saka must have felt, because I was nervous for him. Like, man breathes a sigh of relief when he scored. It's like, because then you know he's going to be all right. And he must know that it's the same. It's like, he's got to know it's the same thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so when they're walking up to them penalties, that definitely must be running through that mind. That pressure must be mad. But at the same time, they're professionals and they've been on big stages before. They got to deal with all of that. That's why they reach the top level of football. They can deal with that. It's not too crazy. But yeah, I think they're definitely all very much aware of it. But I just think it will be more prominent in their thoughts when, like I said, when it's stuff like penalties and stuff like that. Going into the games, I think they will just play with freedom. It's just another game. You get me? Because they're sectioned off from the world, innit? They're just a team, innit? So really and truly, it's just the boys that's there, and all the white boys that are there, they're all their friends from club level and stuff like that. So there's that safety net there that, like, obviously everybody else might be racist, but these ain't. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we're together, we're going out there, we're gonna play, we're gonna perform. I think it's just normal pressures of football when, like, in just normal everyday life. I don't think it comes into their mind, but definitely at penalties and stuff like that, that must have man sweating and second guess it. Like, it must do, because it was everybody's fault. It was everybody's fault. Not even for like, more so Saka as well. Obviously, like, all the black players, don't get me wrong, but definitely after what happened at the last tournament, more so Saka, like, when he's walking up there and he's stepping and he's waiting to take his thing, the majority of black people had the same thought in unison. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it would be damn near impossible that shit didn't cross his mind. You get me? But got cojones, man. Nerves are still done his thing.
True indeed. What happens, obviously, you know, especially picking England to win, right? The Euros. If, God forbid, they don't win, what happens next? Does racism come to the forefront again?
If they don't win, well, it depends what fashion they lose in. But yeah, I suppose racism will always come to the forefront again. If they lose, they're gonna have pictures of Saka on the back, whether he done anything or not. He's gonna be all over the papers. You get me? And you're gonna have your people online, like your trolls and stuff, that be talking nonsense. Like, they'll cuss all of the players, but obviously the black players will get racist dubs. That's all. Like, yeah, it definitely will.
So long term though, how does this sort of thing ever get fixed? Do you feel like it's a case of if the country just becomes diluted enough, as in there's more black people, there's more people just being aware of, you know, ethnic minorities, and that just the mingling, right? So the same sort of thing we've got in London, but in, I guess, replete throughout the country. Or do you feel like this is just going to be something that's always going to be there, because we're always going to be minorities, always going to be 15% or less, and so this is just something that we have to deal with? Because, you know, in the same way, our parents may say, "Oh, you got to work twice as harder," right? Is that the same sort of mentality that you think is just going to continue for the foreseeable future, like for like next 200 years?
Forever and ever, amen.
So then in football,
in this England, yeah, because it's never. It's going to take hundreds. It will take hundreds and hundreds of years for it not to be a white country.
Yeah.
Why are you shaking your head for?
I don't think so.
You don't think it will take hundreds of years for it not to be a white country?
No.
How long will it?
I think 50 to 100.
You think 50 years time, this is not going to be a white country?
50 to 100, I said.
That's what you believe?
Yeah. I think the rate at which you have ethnic mixes over the next 50 years, it's going to be crazy.
What was 50 years ago? The 70s?
I'm talking about the main cities.
Huh?
I'm talking about the main cities.
Do you know like most people date, like obviously like people highlight interracial dating. You know like most people date their own race, innit? You know like the majority of people and the majority of kids that come is within their own race, innit? You know like just because people are mixing doesn't mean that the majority of babies that are coming in this country are white. Like people like white and white, it's white babies that are being born. It's not, you're never gonna bridge that gap.
I'm sticking with what I said. In the main cities, 100%. Because right now, you don't even see London as a problem in this manner, right?
London's just more accepting of other cultures. You get what I'm trying to say? It's all covert stuff, innit? London's different, innit? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But like people feel how they feel. You get what I'm trying to say? Like they understand they got to move in different circumstances or keep their prejudice behind them or whatever. But there's racial bias in everyone. Like and it kind of is what it is. You know what I'm trying to say? That so just because this is our playground and it's a multicultural metropolis kind of thing. Okay, cool, fine. But that doesn't mean that people don't feel like how they feel. It doesn't mean there ain't enough of them. They just can't. There's just not enough of them to. There's just too many of us to influence it. If that makes sense. In the rural areas, there's not enough of us to influence what's going on over there. In here, it's so jam packed, and there's so many of us like that. There's enough of us to influence society. But it doesn't mean that the white people don't feel how they feel. I don't think that all white people in London are just airy-fairy and liberal and no, there's bare of them that feel that way. But they understand that they live in London. They understand what the city's like. It's a big city. This is what comes of it. Yeah, I think you got too much hope for these people. Like it's just.
So you're saying that the UK is gonna continue to be racist for hundreds and hundreds of years, yeah?
As long as it's a white country, we're going to have to deal with these things.
I mean, when I was there trying to get you to be like, hey, this is what Farage is on, you're like, hey, no. Now you're like, all right, it's going to be forever that way.
No, but there's prejudice in the bench how you go about it. It's visceral. I'm saying I don't understand. I'm not trying to say that these men are running around trying to noose man up and that. But they feel how they feel. They've got their thoughts over their thoughts. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like everybody's racist in my mind.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's just percentages of it and how you act it out and all that.
Okay.
So, like,
all right.
Saying
well, at least we're here. At least we're here. We arrived. It just took a bit longer, but that's fine.
Yeah, in my mind, everybody's racist. It's not just white people, black people too, or Asian people. Everybody's got their prejudice and their biases towards different races and their stereotypes that they buy into and all these and their tropes and whatever. Maybe I think everybody's got that. It's just how it's displayed. And like I said, some people have got a bit more vim with their stuff and more intentional with the way that they go about it, but it doesn't change what's in people's hearts.
What if the England team in 20 years was all black? So Arsenal under Wenger, just all black. Do you feel like things will change? Do you feel like the average person will be forced, the average racist, will be forced to be like, wait a minute?
I don't think they'll even allow that to happen.
Yeah, they'll be. Yeah,
I think there'll be too much uproar. Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow that. That's
and
impossible.
you know what? I wouldn't blame them though, because if I was in Africa, let's say I'm in Nigeria or Ghana or whatever, yeah, and one of the biggest sports like of this country, the whole team is white. Are you insane? Do you understand what I mean?
Bro, what do you think about that?
So that's to Marx's point about the cricket team, right? The English cricket team having a whole set of Asian.
Is the whole team Asian though?
No, but he was saying there's too many.
He didn't say that's not what he said, but I get it. You said that Brits would look at that and think, hold on a minute.
The thing is, he even said Sikh, and I'm like, I don't know if they play cricket like that.
I've seen a Donny in a turban.
Doesn't mean he's Sikh.
So what the hell does it mean? Rude boy. No, I'm cultured enough to know that's a Sikh man.
I think you're right.
I'm not. I'm nearly sure I'm right.
I think you're right.
There are more men who don't have like turbans who are playing for those sides. In fact, they really look after them.
Facts.
Because they know once it is they have them in their team,
irrelevant of that. What I'm trying to say is it's not that. I'm talking about you personally. If you had to say to yourself personally, when you see a Sikh man with a big beard, turbaned up, representing the England cricket team, what thoughts do you have regarding that person? Yourself, I'm talking. Forget anybody else. Talking about yourself. Answer me as well. Don't just nod your head.
What are you talking about?
All of yous.
I didn't know my head.
Well, I'm talking to all of yous. I saw him nodding his head.
Ask me the question because I wasn't listening to you.
When you see a Sikh man, an Asian man, turbaned up, big beard and that, representing England for cricket, yeah, when you look at him, do you see an English person? What do you what do you see when you look at him?
I do see a British person.
Do you see an English person?
I see that he gets probably heckled in.
Do you see a English person?
English?
Yes.
No, because in my head, English is just white. That's in my head.
What that means? So if that's in your head, then why you be upset when that's in the English person's head and the white man's head as well?
Sorry, what are we talking about?
Okay,
when did I dispute that?
So then why you can't? That means you can't chat shit to them then when if they don't want blacks in their team or whatever then, or if they think it's wrong. That means you can't dispute them.
What question are we focusing on? Because I think we may have pivoted to something else.
Potentially, you know my style.
That's fine, but I just want to understand so we're on the same page.
I was just asking you, when you see them Sikh man.
No, I answered that question.
You see them as British, but you don't see them as English.
No, because in my head, English is white.
So then what I'm trying to say is you should be able to relate to the Englishman who sees Saka on the pitch and think he's not English. He shouldn't be there or whatever. That means you can relate to them. You should be able to relate to them then.
Okay.
Cool. Case closed.
I don't know what the case we're making. If that's just a point, I could understand what is in their mind, but I could also understand the same English man or woman that's next to them who doesn't see it like that, who understands that England is a colourful nation and they embrace the fact that it's a colourful nation. So the same white racist that you were talking about, there's a white person next to them who doesn't hold those particular things, and I also relate to them. What now?
Touché.
Was that part of the question you asked Emmanuel? Because I'm confused. Was that part of the question you asked?
It was mine.
Yeah, because it started with you, right? What was the question that you asked that we now segued from?
I can't remember, you know.
It's a problem.
Yeah, we went to bare different things, man.
Separate question. Very stupid. Can you make a starting 11 with just white players and you'd believe that they would be well equipped to handle this tournament? So remove the blacks and replace them with whites in your estimation. You're a football man and you know the whites are well. So start with the back.
Put Trippier right, Shaw left, Stones and Maguire in the back.
Is Trippier white?
Oh, why is he mixed race? Is he one of the mixed race man as well?
He looks like he's not white.
He could be one of them man that's got something in him, but okay, cool.
I don't want any ambiguous.
Okay then.
Middle planes.
White fullback. Ben White right back. Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Rice, Gallagher, Foden in the 10, Cole Palmer right.
Hey, can't use Cole Palmer.
Jared Bowen white, Jack Grealish on the left.
Okay.
Harry Kane.
Right? So they could do it.
I don't know if that team does it. I mean, but they can go and play. I mean, I don't know how successful they'll be. They'd be better with some melanin in the team, but yeah, they can go and play, I suppose.
Okay. Fair.
All right. I think we can wrap it up there.
All right, then let's get into some more headlines.
All right, people. So, you gonna say, Brent?
Stevens just messaged me. Imagine, just heard what you said. I didn't ask for the skewer you waistband. she heard me asking Esther and Christy if that was sold here, and she turned around and offered me the thing. I tapped her, brother. These are literal lies you were spewing. He's new here. He's new here. I didn't touch her. I didn't call her. I wasn't even talking to her. She heard me talking to the girls when I said the thing smells nice, and she offered. And by then, I couldn't say no, so just took it. And she prefaced the other by telling me it's cool. She is the mother of one of the actors, Charlie Mace. So I know she wasn't a random, because I looked at her like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. Hold your chicken. All right, there you go.
The truth.
Everybody knows Brett's a liar. All right, cool.
All right.
But what I said about Christy was true, though.
Okay, well, he didn't comment on that. So.
You know, that's what I thought he was even going to talk about. Right? He said, no, I'm a married man.
All right, so The Guardian has been told here that Labour is considering plans to release offenders after they serve just 40% of their sentence in a bid to tackle prison overcrowding. So while the proposed plan, which was first reported by the Daily Telegraph, is just one of the several options the Ministry of Justice is weighing, prison overcrowding has emerged as one of the most urgent issues facing the new government, with governors warning that the prison estate in England and Wales will effectively be full within the next week or so, right? So one government source was speaking to The Guardian and said that no one wants to do this, but their hands have been forced by the inaction of the last lot. It's very much an option, though, and not a done deal yet. The new proposal would release prisoners on determinate sentences between 40% and 43% of the way through their sentence. Offenders jailed for sex crimes, violence, or terrorism will be excluded from the scheme, as would any offender subject to parole board decisions upon their release. The plan would replace the current 10-week early release scheme. Next headline, President Joe Biden sought to revive his beleaguered re-election effort on Sunday as members of his party debated the future of his candidacy. The president's halting debate performance last week raised serious questions about his physical and mental capacity to run. A prime-time interview with ABC on Friday fueled further speculation about his campaign's future. Amid the uncertainty, Mr. Biden appeared at 2 campaign events in Pennsylvania, which is a key swing state. But those efforts have not stopped the president's fellow Democrats from weighing the risks and rewards of keeping Mr. Biden, who's 81, at the top of the ticket. So on Sunday afternoon, the House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries convened a meeting with ranking Democratic lawmakers that reportedly included the discussion of Mr. Biden's candidacy. 4 of those on the call said that they thought that Biden should drop out. This according to CBS, right? And sources said that at least 3 others expressed concern about his chances in November. Some said that the party could be headed to defeat against Donald Trump in November if Mr. Biden stays on, but others say that replacing him comes with many unknowns. And our last headline, a senior Hamas administration official was among 4 people that was killed in an Israeli airstrike at a school in Gaza City. This is what the Palestinian sources have said. A local official was speaking to the BBC and said that Ehab al-Ghussein was appointed to manage the affairs of the Hamas government in Gaza City and northern Gaza 3 months ago. The Israeli army says that it carried out a strike on the area of a school building in Gaza City from which it says terrorists were operating and hiding. It also said that it took steps to minimize the risk of civilians being harmed. Ehab al-Ghussein was formerly Deputy Labour Minister in the Hamas administration and before that, an Interior Ministry spokesperson. His death is not considered to be a blow to Hamas militarily, but he is considered a significant figure in the leadership of the Hamas administration. Many others in the Hamas administration have been killed in the past 9 months. And that's it for the headlines, man. Time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. Right? There isn't too much to talk about, to be fair, but I do want to mention, obviously, which is probably the most important thing to mention, Rachel Reeves. She's the current chancellor right now. Like I said before, she's the first woman chancellor this country's ever had, and she's starting work, man. She's expected to announce the return of compulsory house building targets in her first major speech. So big up her. Hopefully, it won't just stop at the announcement. Things will actually, happen as well, innit? So it's still that she's pretty much going to be announcing the immediate loosening of planning red tape to encourage investment in building new homes. Keir Starmer at the moment as well, he's in meetings with leaders of the power sharing executive in Belfast. and he's going to be heading to Cardiff as well. You know, this is all part of his UK tour, innit? And yeah, man, new MPs are going to be arriving in Westminster as well, taking up their new jobs, because, you know, obviously we did report about a lot of people getting their seats taken from them and new people coming in and things of that nature. So yeah, long story short, this is what Rachel Reeves is going to be doing from today. And yeah, man, apparently she's also keen to start talking about energy as well and the money that's going to be put into that. And basically just really, it seems like the government really just want to get to work, man. So hopefully I'll be able to give you more information as time progresses as well. Next thing I wanted to mention is UK Amazon staff. They're protesting, man. They're protesting. They're expected to protest outside of the Amazon warehouse in, different warehouses, obviously. There isn't just one, in the UK. And this is over the dispute over workers' rights. So it coincides with the start of a ballot in a bid to force Amazon to recognize a union for the first time. So this is the reason why, or one of the reasons that they're doing it. So you got people out there with banners talking about "I'm not a robot" and all that sort of stuff. Have you guys heard about some of the working conditions in Amazon? All right, I don't want to make stuff up in it. I'm trying to recall what people have said to me, but apparently it's tough, man. People literally would like.
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People literally piss at their working station.
Yeah, because
bottles
they
and
get
stuff.
charged if it is that they'd spend too long going to the toilet and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where your break is as well is mad far because the warehouse is huge.
So by the
All
time
of
you
that-
get there,
There you go. All of that.
you've eaten into a lot of your
yeah,
break time.
Yeah. So it's really tough, man. Apparently, yeah, man. So I remember my brother did it one Christmas or something, like a few years back. He quit, man.
Is
Like,
it that bad?
Yeah, he says, "No, this is too much. My back, my back is finished." So yeah, apparently the conditions are quite bad, man. So yeah, this is, I guess, why they're campaigning for the right to actually have like a union as well and all that sort of stuff. So long story short, they did a ballot. Results are expected on 15th of July, and this could mean that Amazon would be required to negotiate pay and conditions with GMB, which is basically the union that's pretty much going to be filing legal proceedings against Amazon on behalf of the people. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Next thing I wanted to mention is apparently Paramount Global, which is obviously one of Hollywood's oldest companies, they've agreed to merge with independent film studio Skydance Media. So under this particular deal, Paramount's non-executive chair, Cherie Redstone, is looking to sell her family's controlling stake in the company. Apparently, it's a complex transaction, and it's going to be resulting in a new firm that's worth around $28 billion. So this would be the end of that particular era with her family, like the Redstone family. Yeah. And it's going to be, a new, complete, I guess, infrastructure, man, with Paramount and Skydance Media. So, yeah, that's that. And the last thing is pretty much one of the headlines that we wanted to talk about, which I was going to mention later on, actually. And this is about some of the stuff that we've been hearing and we reported on over the last few months about Boeing and how, people have... To be fair, there's some people who talk about certain conspiracy theories because there has been some whistleblowers, too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we spoke about on this show, who have spoken about Boeing, certain things that's underhanded, certain things that's gone on, and how sooner or later they end up dead. So obviously there's a lot of people talking about this. But long story short, Boeing have pled guilty to criminal fraud charges over the 737 MAX crash, and they've they pretty much pled guilty, like I said, to criminal fraud conspiracy charges for deceiving two regulators about the flight control system on that particular aircraft, which was implicated in two fatal crashes, which, long story short, killed 346 people. So Boeing's going to be paying $243.6 million in fines, and they're pretty much going to be avoiding the criminal trial because that was all part of the settlement. But the victims' families, am I saying that's too lenient, man? They're saying, no, they need to go to trial, they need to do this properly. But that's basically what's happened. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal, guys.
All right, let's get into our last headlines.
Asking for a
Asking for a
friend.
friend.
You're blocking the camera.
Yes.
Nah, you know what? You're actually the most annoying. Don't smile at me.
Sorry.
Anyway, so this is from Just a Girl who is 37. Hi guys, I love what you're doing, so I just want some perspective on this. My brothers don't know the whole dilemma, but they say that my sister and I are well-made women, so I find it difficult to find men that are serious because black men are not. I'm dating a black guy that appears to be great, but it feels really scary. I'm not looking for good love or toxic love. That's not me, and I've never given that vibe. No bad boys for me. I'm a geek. I've been really intentional with dating. I'm 37 and historically met black men that have not been serious and taken my kindness and generosity for granted. This has really hurt. I gave up on dating for a year and came with fresh eyes and a little bit of ruthlessness. At the first sign of a guy not taking me seriously or not taking initiative, being hesitant or there being no connection, I've cut it off. Whereas before I've said I will see where it goes, which has wasted my lifetime and hurt my feelings. I met a guy online, 38 years old, and he's black. He wants marriage, kids, a house, etc. in the next few years. With a few days of us talking, he asked me on a date and arranged it with thoughtfulness. It was a great date. The second date was a week later. We ended up going away for a weekender for a friend of mine's daughter's christening event a month ago, and he was really nice and sociable, a normal man. We talk every day and often. He's consistent, open and transparent. I know he likes me. There's no second guessing, no blurred lines, etc. He's a Christian man and values God in his life. We have only kissed and are on the same page about this area. My worry about him is I don't want to be swept in this honeymoon period. His career only started properly in the last 18 months. I've been in my career since I was 21 years old. My childhood was difficult, and me and my siblings have been determined with our goals and careers. We're doing very well. He is doing okay, but it seems like he's a wanderer. I'm worried about his ability to follow through on things. He doesn't drive, and his reasoning for not driving at this age is stupid. Sorry, I'm just being honest. I can't say it as it would make him bait. Although he started his driving lessons, but stopped and we will start again in a couple of months. When I asked why, he said he wanted to relax for a bit. Why? Hella question marks. Sorry, I want to be a passenger princess, no joke. He was supposed to do a project manager course in September and he's pushed it back. I asked why, and he said he needed more time. Again, why? Hella question marks. This would help his career greatly. His doctor said he was pre-diabetic 8 months ago, and he was moaning that pharmaceutical companies just want to keep black men on medication, but he hasn't done anything about reducing his sugar and moderating his carb intake or done any research. He has a bad sweet tooth. He lives with his mum. That isn't an issue, but he isn't stressed by his job or his bills. I know his upbringing was difficult and he's done some self-reflection, but I'm not sure this self-reflection has turned into proper action. Is this a sign for the future? I've got a high position in my role. I manage people and I'm responsible for a lot. I want a partnership, not a person that I'm going to be dragging along the journey with, i.e. let alone with kids. I want a man that I can lean on. He is great in so many other ways. He's thoughtful, he's kind, considerate, loving, and so much more. But I also need someone who can sort their shit out without me having to be onto them for it. I don't want to have to be the strong black woman at home. I'm thinking of having this conversation with him. I'm not expecting him to be perfect, but expecting him not to be a child. Am I being dramatic or too worrisome? I have worked too hard in my life to not have a partner who is not on the same page. I'm also not 25. I want kids. Building a legacy is hard. Help, please. Mandem, I'm going to let you go first.
First of all, thank you very much for that context. That
For real.
I
Very
love.
detailed.
I love it. 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 All right, Mandem.
You go first, Brent.
No, I have to be last.
Why?
Because you need to get rid of the comments that they'll say first and then give the measured response. You know how it goes. Right?
Sorry, this is Brent's show. I forgot. Go on, Marks.
I'm not even on flipping camera.
Doesn't matter.
Still your show.
Just literally, thank you.
He just said that because he knows that you would agree with him.
No, but it is your show. It's fine.
I saw some guy do a pH test with that Volvic, and it's basically.
I saw it too. I've changed my mind off the back of that.
You should stop drinking it.
I am going to.
Yeah.
But you see how I change my opinion when more data comes in? I'm not going to be stubborn and still put this in my flipping gut.
Well, you got 2 full bottles.
No, this was here before.
That's
I'm not going to waste it now.
And then they threw it. They threw it everyone in my yard.
Which one are you going to go for?
What I normally drink. I actually one of the ones with the good ones. What I normally drink.
Which one was that one?
Highland Spring.
Yes.
They're good.
Yes,
That's what,
nice too.
that's what I normally drink.
Yeah.
I either do Highland Spring or Evian, but I don't know why I'm in bondage with Evian.
Yeah, Evans in the bin.
What about
But I'm done with it now though.
Yeah,
What about Nestle?
No, it's not. It wasn't there.
It was. It did.
Yes, it did make
it. did, and it wasn't that bad either.
It wasn't that bad either.
It wasn't that bad either.
Yeah. But again, if
7.8 or something.
calm down.
Sure, something like that.
No, no, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. No,
Sorry, let's get back in the car. We're being rude.
Yes.
Someone's waiting for advice. We could do this after.
Oh, 100%. But thank you very much for, I was actually going to show the video so that everybody could basically benefit from it. But
Okay, yeah. Should do it. Yeah, should do it.
Yeah, should.
It was worth a watch. It's like 5-6 minutes long. I watched the
100%.
full thing.
Me too. I didn't even speed it up. And I even print screened and zoomed in so I could see the Aqua Via.
Okay, yeah.
Because I wanted to know where I can get that. Because I can easily get this Sainsbury's water from Sainsbury's, right?
Yeah.
And I was surprised that one was cool
cool,
because it was
good.
cheap,
Yeah.
right? So this is binning. Sorry.
Yeah,
After I finish it.
I got 2 full litres in my fridge and I was going to dip them out.
I can't do that.
But I can't do that.
No,
Okay.
no.
So you
I'm a
don't
black
drink
man.
no tap water, no?
No, I don't
I
drink tap
never
water,
do
no.
tap water. It's poison.
Neither
So
do I.
poison.
Neither do I.
You drink tap water?
If I filter it, I need to go and buy some.
Wow.
I need to go and buy some new filters. But I got one of them filter jug things. If I filter it, I'd think it.
Don't sorry me. Don't say let's get back in the car and then still continue to be outside the car and then look at me and say sorry.
All right.
Go on, Max.
Yeah, I don't know why people do stuff like this. They don't necessarily need the advice. Before you press send, didn't you proofread your message? Because when you read back your whole message, I would believe your answers in there. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't like this man. Or not even that you don't like him, sorry. I can't say you don't like him, but you don't want this man. Like, there's too much problems here. With that context, like there's too much stuff going on, like where he don't tick your boxes, where he falls short. I can see that. So, and you earlier you said like at the first sign of anything you cut it off. So I don't understand why you ain't walking in that same light.
Emmanuel?
You know what? You're 37. Right, you know, in fact, let me.
She wrote it for a reason.
Yeah,
For a reason.
100%.
So you're not being
But
obtuse.
but I do need to say to the people, because you know sometimes people will hear things
Okay, cool.
in a particular way when I say it. So obviously I mean it in no bad way, but like you said, Brent, she mentioned it for a reason. 37 is no time wasting time, right? And I feel like the things that would make you, that you're looking for, that would make you settle down and be like, cool, I'm proud and I feel comfortable in saying this is my husband, he hasn't sorted out. And I feel like you know he hasn't sorted out. He's 38. No, nothing wrong with being 38, whatever. But from what you're saying, you pretty much intimated that you don't see any sign of this changing right now. Yeah. You know. Because obviously in this day and age where a man could be anything, yeah. Well, a man is responsible in it. Like you have to, that's one of the traits of being a man, like shoulder responsibility and understanding your role in this world and doing what you can do. And it seems as though this man is not conscious of this at all. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it's something that you can see. The whole thoughtfulness and he's nice, he's consistent. That's something that I feel, no disrespect, gets women too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be realistic. Like, I don't think it's that hard to be thoughtful and nice.
It's bare
but
minimum,
you know
innit?
what?
Like,
You lot
You
can
talk
say
about
that,
man's
yeah.
thoughtful and
Hold on, I hear it, but you can say that. But if you are someone who that isn't what you are used to,
Yeah.
you can sit here and say, "Oh, you fall for that easily." But if the majority of the people that you come into contact with do not possess those characteristics and skills, or like do not show you that, you are going to latch onto that because it's a breath of fresh air from
100%.
what you're used to. So just bear that in mind
You're right.
before saying what you just said. I'm just saying.
No, you're 100% right. But add that now with the fact that you want a husband, right? He's a Christian man. He's got all these other beautiful things, right? But the thing about leading your household, especially as she's a Christian too, at least I'm assuming that anyway, right? And you've lived your life in a particular way, you're waiting, you're doing all sorts of stuff. You want him to be a particular type of way to lead your household, to have kids and make sure you feel comfortable with him leading, you know what I'm saying, and steering the ship. And I feel like you don't have that confidence in him, in his abilities right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah. Yeah. How long she be seeing him for? Let's say.
I don't think it's that long.
Okay.
She wants to be a passenger princess. She ain't even got a car.
He ain't even got a license, let alone a car.
She needs to go.
Yeah, it's gonna take time to really fix all these things, and I
She needs
feel
to go
like
find someone that can give her what she wants.
yeah,
Because she don't sound like she's there. She wants a project. You get me? And he's a work in progress.
I don't think urgency is a thing for him at the moment. Yeah,
So, they doesn't seem like they align. It can't just be just because he's thoughtful and he's caring and he's nice, because that's the bare minimum. You can go and find it elsewhere.
That might have been sufficient, or even like more than sufficient, if she wasn't looking for an assertive, ambitious man. But seeing as she is, it's not enough. Yeah, as Gina said, it does matter if it is that you spend your entire life and you haven't received that, and if it is that you now receive it, the currency is crazy. But she's also looking for this, and he doesn't have that.
Can I add something else here? Because Ed wrote here, I'm 99% sure that if she was 27 and not 37, bro would have been dropped out, right? And I agree, but
I hear it.
But what
Explain that to me.
Because when you're younger, you're less likely to settle.
Yeah, you got options.
So
man.
when you're 37, because you're, I guess, in your head, you're reaching a certain age where it's like you're gonna have less options, right? Because you're older. When you're younger, you feel like you've got more time on your hands. So because you've got more time on your hands, you have more time to play with, more experience. Do you get what I mean? It can go both ways, but like when the older you get, the more bleak you think it looks and the more likely you are to settle, as opposed to being 27. Do you see what I mean? So from that perspective, it's like, it could be a case of, I don't think I'm going to get any better. I'm 37. This is something I can work with.
Disagree. Only because, not to your point, to Emmanuel's first point, I was still pondering. She said that she is a geek or something like that.
Yeah.
And she hadn't received that intention such and such. And she had given men so much time to be nice and they weren't nice. So when she was younger, definitely she wouldn't have looked to get rid of this guy. 100%. Because she wasn't getting this thing from this guy throughout her youth. And that's what she was looking for.
Makes sense.
So I don't know what that means.
That makes sense. Based on her own experiences, yeah.
100% what she gave us.
Also, what I was going to say is, just to throw in a curveball, she's obviously progressing well in her life. She's got a good career. She's obviously making the money, right? What if she is going to be the main breadwinner? Is that a bad thing?
She doesn't want that, though.
Yeah, so it is a bad thing.
It's not what she wants.
Yeah, and
She says she wants someone to lead. Yeah, like, and I don't blame her. I do get it, though. Like, if you are, you know what it is? It's interesting, yeah, because it's like, obviously, the way society has kind of framed things, yeah, men are meant to be like the main breadwinners, the head of the household, whatever. So if you're a woman who's worked her entire life doing that, you want to get into a partnership that will allow you to relax, I guess, and take your foot off the gas.
And I also think she's not looking to be telling him that he needs to be the main breadwinner.
Yeah,
he needs to be showing that these opportunities that's in front of you, I beg you grab it, because that might propel you a bit further. And I wouldn't be thinking that you're a lazy bum just looking to coast. Because when you're doing that, I'm going to be looking at you, aching out. That's how I'm getting. My advice is have that conversation with him. Sit down, have the conversation with him. And if he's not interested in taking your advice, because as Emmanuel said before, that's what a proper partner is supposed to be doing, making your life better, right? Adding to your life. And if she's there saying these little things, she's pouring into you saying, hey, if it is that you just do that because you're capable, this will happen. And you're not listening, then we ain't building a home together. We're not building any sort of foundation that is sturdy together. So have that conversation with him and 100% leave him. Tell him, yeah, let's take a little break. If he doesn't move to now dance in the manner in which she wants him to dance, then dust off your feet and go. If he actually wants her and cares about who he can be in her life, then he would make a change.
She don't sound like she's prepared to wait for him to catch up anyway, to be totally honest with you.
Then she's not losing anything.
Yeah, that's why she should just get rid of him. There's not even a conversation to have. Like, you said all these things that you said, like, Donny's fucking got diabetes and still eating Haribos. He's just like, man, ain't...
No,
you know,
she
like,
cares
what are we
about
doing
him.
here?
She cares. You can tell that you can tell that she cares about him, and she said that she is willing to talk to him about this. So you haven't yet. So have that conversation, because she obviously cares. Look at the context and dilemma.
He's only 18 months into his career. He's still got to go and get a license. He's still got to go and get a car. He's still got to go and make the advancements in his career to level up to match what she's doing, because she's already doing good in her career and she's already high. He's still got to go and sort out his blood pressure, his sugar intake, his carb. There's too much, and
No,
she ain't
it's
prepared.
not too much. No, it's not.
She doesn't sound like she's
not.
prepared to wait for him to
It's
catch
not
up.
too
You know
much.
why I don't think it's a case of her not being prepared though? Because I'm going to be honest, from her saying from the jump here that I've become more ruthless with dating. She said from jump, I've become a lot more ruthless with dating. I don't give people time. If she wasn't prepared, we wouldn't be receiving this email.
Yeah.
Because she'd be matching her energy that she has in the past. So clearly this is a bit different. God knows why. But this is clearly different. This is obviously different to how she's been in the past. Do you understand what I mean? And like you said, she clearly cares.
She does. She definitely does. So have that conversation, and it sounds like she has that particular mentality to discern from the conversation what she must do, and if it is that taking a break, and then seeing if it is that he makes those changes, and to suggest as though there's too much. There isn't too much. All the things that she's mentioned is not a lot. It's not a lot, and it's just a mindset. A mindset. If it is that you have diabetes and you're keeping eating sugar, then you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Do you understand? So if it is you don't care about your life and you've made the decision that you're going to continue doing that, then I have no business being with you, right? And then the whole applying for that other job, 100% he could do that. 100%. And again, after that conversation and your little separation, if he shows that he has no intent to basically better himself, then again, he's telling you again. But you would have had that conversation. Methinks anyway. So Mark says leave him. Mara says what?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Leave him. Is it leave him to basically see if he changes, or just don't even look around?
If he changes, it's a beautiful thing. But I'm looking at it like, if you speak to him, and you have to factor in the time that it takes for him to change what he's been like for 38 years, and actually achieve the things that make you feel confident in the fact that he can lead your household. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, because
She doesn't want to waste no more time.
being
Man.
37, and it's a lot, especially when it is that she now wants to start, making family.
Yep.
And Gina?
Yeah, I think have the conversation, definitely. I think it's worth having the conversation anyway. But I do think based on all the stuff you said, you know what you want, and he isn't the person that you want based on what it is you're after. I don't know how long it's been. It doesn't sound like it's been long, so I feel like you're in the perfect position to just keep it stepping. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like you've invested a lot of time or energy or effort, even emotions in this scenario. So it's better to cut your loss now than getting too deep, and then it becomes a lot harder. Do you get what I mean? But yeah.
All right, beautiful. And I've changed the website URL for the dilemmas. Obviously, one person has figured it out. It used to be called danielblack.com/TDA. It's now called /DILEMMA dilemma. I had to do that because we changed our website. So that's the new site, and it will be at the top pinned. It will be on every single video that I put out in the description. And as the young lady wonderfully gave us as much context as possible to help us, please do that when it is that you submit your dilemma. Thank you very much. All right. Last headlines.
All right. All right, guys. The last set of headlines, to be fair, the next one I was going to read is about Boeing and how they're pleading guilty. I mentioned it in People's Journey, so I'm going to give you a different headline to replace that. Reform UK reaches 65,000 members. This is up nearly 2/3 in a month. In a month. So, yeah. Nigel Farage's party, which secured more than 4 million votes on Thursday, has attracted 25,000 new members since June 8th, taking its total now to 65,000. 1,000. It reveals a groundswell of support for the party in the final weeks of the election campaign, when Mr. Farage set his sights on squeezing both the Tory and the Labour vote, which he was pretty much successful in doing, man. Reform, which ran on a platform of ending non-essential migration, was the third most popular party by vote share on July 4th, winning 14% of the vote. This is 2 points ahead of the Lib Dems as well. But because of the nature of the UK's electoral system, it won just 5 seats, or roughly 1% of those that were actually on offer. So yeah, that's that. Next headline, trigger warning, this one, man. And a man has died after a car came off a motorway and went down an embankment following a police pursuit. So the white Vauxhall Corsa was travelling south on the M9 between junctions 8 and 9 when it crashed at around 11:50 a.m. on Sunday. Police Scotland said that the car had been involved in a pursuit before the crash in the Stirling area. Emergency services attended, and a 27-year-old male passenger was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 male passengers in the car, aged 19 and 20, were taken to the Forth Valley Royal Hospital to be checked over. And our last headline takes us to America, where the U.S. state of Texas is bracing for the arrival of Storm Beryl. Obviously, we've been speaking about this hurricane all of last week, pretty much. And forecasters are saying that the storm could bring destructive winds, storm surges, and up to 25 centimeters of rain when it makes landfall early Monday local time. Some of the state's largest ports have closed in preparation, while residents have been warned of widespread power outages as well. Like I said, we spoke about this all of last week, and this is because of the havoc it caused basically in the Caribbean. Grenada, Jamaica, St. Vincent, apparently it's caused at least 10 deaths in the Caribbean. So yeah, praying for everyone who's involved. Sorry, not involved, but basically who's affected by this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
You're still in it.
Yeah, if I get to the finals, I'm going to win it.
I'm telling you, you may.
All of us are right.
You, who did you pick?
Spain.
Spain's, yeah, Spain's still there. Yeah. You didn't pick Spain, though.
Who?
I don't think you picked Germany.
Who, me?
And Portugal.
This guy.
Yeah, boy. Weekend's quarterfinals went off Friday. Spain put Germany to the sword. The home nations out of there. Mm-hmm. That was a good game as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good game. It's going to be tough for Spain moving forward because they've got injuries. Pedri's injured. Carvalho's suspended. Morata suspended. And I think there might be one more there without, but I can't think of who for the life of me. So it's going to be tough for them. France have made it all the way to the semi-finals without scoring a goal in open play. So they've been really bad. Like, they've been worse than England, I would say.
When Dembele came on, the game changed immediately.
Not enough, but I hear you.
100%. It changed a lot, man. When you say not enough, it changed a lot. It changed a lot.
3 goals, 2 own goals and a penalty though. But at this point, that's not a good omen.
Yeah,
that's not a good omen. They're a strong team. Again, because Spain are missing so many players, they could probably still do it. But what was that? It has 3 DMFs in midfield. What was it? Camavinga, Tchouameni, and Kante being the furthest one forward. It's disgusting football. It's horrible football being played. Tchouameni stinking the place up. There's not. Yeah, it's not been good. It's not been good. Out of the 4 teams left, Spain's been playing the best football, definitely. England's gonna have their hardest test next against Holland. So the Saturday, England and Switzerland. We spoke about that in our topic of the day. They drew 1-1, and they went through on penalties. Better performance from England. Sensational penalties. I wasn't really worried about the penalty takers. Even the 5 of them that took the penalty takers. England's got some bad boy penalty takers. Because Foden didn't take one, Kane didn't take one. I know Kane's a top penalty taker. I'm assuming like Foden can take him. I've seen him take him. Even if it got down to like 8th and 9th place and our centre back like started to get into defenders and stuff like that. Like if you saw John Stones there, you're not really panicking that much. Or like Luke Shaw or whatever. Like they got a bare man that can take penalties, which is good. You get me? So yeah, 5 excellent penalties. They done their thing. They went through. After that, Netherlands beat Turkey 2-1. I think they went 1-0 down, but they came back and they've done it. So yeah, man, semi-finals, Final Four: England, Netherlands, Spain, and France. The Colonisers Cup. We're gonna see who takes this one.
My team might be up, man.
I don't know, man. Like I said, man, Spain are missing a lot, man. Mbappe's hurt.
And he hasn't turned up yet.
Who, Mbappe? He's not going to, man. His nose is mash up, man. His nose is broke, man. It's hurting him, man. He just can't breathe and thing. He's a bit off the pace. He doesn't look as quick as he usually does as well as nimble. I don't know if he's put on a bit of timber or what. Even when some men put on weight, and it's even when it's like muscly or whatever, it's like it's still not the way that their body's naturally used to. You know what I'm trying to say? So it can still even affect it. I've seen it happen to bare players. But there's something about, obviously again the nose is really affecting him, but even like just all season there's something about him. I don't know what it is. But yeah, there's that. Obviously the games are tomorrow and Wednesday. So we'll talk to you about that on Wednesday and Thursday, essentially. What else avenues have we got here? Oh, the British Grand Prix. I watched that yesterday. Well, I started watching it. What was I doing? Why did I start watching it? I missed it. I watched qualifying and everything. I watched qualifying in the F1 for the first time in how much 100 years at the British GP P1. First place, second place, and third place in qualifying was all British, man. You get what I'm saying? So it was almost a lock-in to get a British winner. And the winner was Lewis Hamilton in the end. Yeah, big up him. He started second. That's his first win in ages. I'm nearly sure it is. It's definitely he's definitely won the British Grand Prix in a little while either, actually. That's his first win in ages. That car's going through stuff. I think he's leaving anyway. But he won. He won a thrilling British Grand Prix after a race-long battle with Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. Hamilton secured his 104th career win and became record holder for victories at a single circuit with 9 wins at Silverstone. Verstappen finished second after a late charge, while Norris held on for third place. The race was affected by 2 periods of rain, with Hamilton making the most of conditions to take the lead. Oh, is it Russell? It is Russell, isn't it? His partner. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Russell.
He was on pole. And he had to retire his car. Something happened. I don't know. But, yeah, big up Lewis Hamilton.
Have you got the basketball news for us? You said that you're going to do something with the basketball stuff.
No, but I'll do it. I haven't got my notes. There's bear trades. That's actually happening. And it's ongoing as well. It's not like it's finalised and like a thing. They keep adding to it. There's a lot of trades that's going on. The collective bargaining agreement changed a lot of stuff with the caps and that. So things have gone weird with the money. But I'll do my due diligence for you lot.
Cool.
And talk about it tomorrow. Why didn't I do it last week again? What was wrong with me? Tired or something, innit? Remember, I was sick. I was feeling funny that morning. Yeah. And I nearly think so. I threw my tires up my pram. Sorry, but I'll be all right tomorrow. I'll do it for you lot tomorrow then. When I get a chance this evening, I'll make my notes. Did Ed say he was going to call back in for that one as well? Did he?
I don't know, but I'm sure he would want to get involved anyway. He's a basketball man, isn't he?
I'm sure he did. I'm sure we were supposed to do that. It's my fault. Sorry, Ed. We'll get into it tomorrow. We can do that. And our last headline, it says Shakur Stevenson retains WBC lightweight title with points victory over Artem Harutyunyan. How do you say that?
Something like that. Yeah, I just call him Artem.
So, Stevenson, the American boxer, successfully defended his WBC lightweight title against Artem from Armenia in the match held in New Jersey. Stevenson, who was 27 years old, dominated the fight and was clearly superior to his opponent, leading to a comfortable victory. Despite some boos from the crowd at the end of the fight, Stevenson justified his performance by explaining that it is difficult to showcase his full potential when his opponent is not actively fighting back. He expressed his desire to face tougher opponents in the future to bring out the best in him and prove his abilities in the ring. And that is the end of our sports headlines, people.
I was just going to say, Shakur Stevenson, yeah. He's definitely one of the most talented boxers out there. But he doesn't have that killer instinct.
So he ain't got it.
Yeah, this is the reason why he can say stuff like, I'm reliant on him to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Because if the guy's not really pushing like and pressurizing you, it's gonna be a boring fight. People are walking out of the arena before the fight ended.
Is there something to say to that though? You know, there's some people that are like that need to be pushed. Like they meet people at their level. If that makes sense. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. But it's more so.
If it was, he's got the ability to rise to a higher challenge, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when that jeopardy's there and you've got someone that's a better caliber, he's got it within him. But then obviously, again, that's actually, it's like you're saying, that killer instinct and just that mindset, that's actually a knock on you, really, innit?
Yeah, 100%. Because if Tank was in there, obviously Tank is a like elite boxer, but Shakur Stevenson's an elite boxer too. But Tank's got that killer instinct. He's not wasting time. If like he's going to get the knockout. Shakur Stevenson might do 2, if you're lucky, 3-punch combination. Then he steps back. Very defensive boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like he's mastered the range. Like his range finding is immaculate. But that's what you're gonna get from him. Like if you want to make money, but then you ain't gonna make much money, to be fair. Just bet on him to win by decision every single time. That's all that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it is one of them things. But yeah, like he's losing fans, man, because like I said, like you just read out, there's boos from the crowd and all that sort of stuff, man. Like people are not gonna really want to be in a fight with him. It's too boring.
Yeah, essentially, your job's to entertain, man.
Yeah, 100%. That's part of it. But he's a brilliant boxer, though. He's the only one probably at lightweight that could give Tank some problems.
He don't want that.
Yeah. Tank will stop him because he will have to be perfect for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? And Tank's IQ is on another level as well. Even though, again, Stevenson's IQ is there too. But Stevenson's like that guy who's gone into a boxing gym, got all the skills, athletic, and just mastered the art, but hasn't got that rawness to him to want to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's missing. And this is why I think a lot of his fights get boring, because he just dominates every fight.
If he had to fight Tank, would that be what we spoke about earlier? Could he find a new level?
I think he would find it'll make it hard for Tank, because he's a brilliant boxer, but Tank will stop him. Because, yeah.
Big up Benny Greenmane. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
The first black African cyclist to win a Grand Tour stage. Okay.
Yeah, big him up, man.
Big him up then. Yeah.
He's Eritrean.
Sick.
Black man in cycling. Let's do it.
Long may it continue, man. We'll dominate everything, man. But, let me not go off on one. I filmed myself.
All right, cool. Let's get into Out Ere. Working.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
It says.
Maybe they took it down.
Well, you see it? You see what it says? The page isn't available.
Okay, cool.
So that's done. So,
Oh, that's the one where the guy punches up the guy by the bus stop.
Yeah, man.
I ain't seen that.
All right. So basically, there was like a young couple at the bus stop. This is in Britain. This is in the UK, probably in South London. And he grabbed the bum, right? Grips the bum, as you do with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
The dad now pulls up and I think hits her in the head and tells her to get in the car.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes and buffs up the boy. So much so he's saying, he was even talking like a young boy. I can't remember what the phrase was.
Someone find this video for me, please, because I don't understand what we're doing.
All
here.
over the internet.
I'm not.
And they proper pushed his head, and like
Everything,
a lot of
man.
people were like,
Let me
Trying
see.
to find
he
it.
shouldn't have done that because you don't know if the guy's got like real killies. Basically, he's a young boy, innit? But the dad basically like, yeah, done him dirty.
Yeah, I'm not on the internet. I miss so much.
Okay, let me find it for you. You found it?
This sounds like a good story.
I saw it on Bobby's page, I'm sure.
It sounds interesting. Who, Bobby Kasanga?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it for you.
Oh, good luck scrolling. He's probably posted 10,000 times since then.
Literally, so
Bobby Kasanga's got 100,000 posts on his Instagram. That's crazy.
yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna, because I'm scrolling.
Keep on living, keep on scrolling. No joy, Brent?
5 days ago, and this is how far I've gone down. Jesus.
While you're looking for that, Ed asked if I watched Masvidal and Diaz fight. No, I didn't. You know, I heard.
Did Masvidal fight? Did he win?
I think Diaz won. You know, I think Diaz won because after the fight, he was talking about wanting to fight Jake Paul again, fighting another like proper boxer and all that sort of stuff. So I think Diaz won.
Somebody sent it via.
And people were saying that they robbed Masvidal.
Instagram. I think our new recruit
Have we got it?
sent it. Hold up.
Oh, I'm starting to get hungry.
We'll go to the restaurant later.
You are a snake.
All right, this is it. This is it.
Snakes.
Oh,
Let me just
Yeah.
restart this.
Cupping his team.
I can miss the record. Oh, yeah, he's getting smoked. Oh, how do you get caught? Like, how does this see? Oh my god. Oh, she got caught with the man. Oh, she got caught. Got caught grabbing the ass. See, that's done. He's just thinking about life now after getting pressured.
Thoughts?
Why is it that moving like that for?
Mad, isn't it?
He's not even thinking about that because he's gonna slam up your daughter for you. Like he's gonna, if he hasn't cooked her already, which he probably is, but even if he has, the slam he's gonna give her, it's gonna be visceral. Listen, you see hey, you know you unleash pain. You know you unleash pain. Pain, you know they say about pain and pleasure. He's gonna slam your daughter up every which way. Like, you didn't even think about it. You're gonna make life bad for your daughter.
Yeah.
You get me? But then again, he ain't gonna take it out on her. But she might be giving more throat than usual. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like just more throat than the usual. Like the get back's gonna like. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's Egypt, man. I don't understand because I don't know, but like, it couldn't have been like her boyfriend. He's moving like he don't know you. If that makes sense, it must have just been a random or something. Do you think?
I don't think that's a random.
I think he knows him, man.
He can't. That can't be her boyfriend, and you're getting so mad like that.
He's warned him before. That's why.
Yeah, he don't.
Oh, because he must just always be grabbing up her bum, innit?
No, I don't think that's it. I think that she is behaving different, not like how he wants her to behave because of this boy.
I don't even think it's that, you know.
What? And the dad's moving like that?
100%. How many? You know what you're forgetting? Not everybody's parents know who their boyfriend, girlfriend, their partners are.
Ah, I'm with you.
Like, just as, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was young and I had a boyfriend, my dad didn't know who my boyfriend was. So, do you get what I mean? That can definitely be her man. Her dad just probably doesn't know she has a boyfriend. That's probably why he's moving mad like that. Because he doesn't even know that she has a man.
I think he just doesn't want her to have a boyfriend.
This is it.
Yeah.
So he probably, do you know what I mean? He probably doesn't know.
No, but I think he also
probably doesn't
knows,
know that she. No, I don't
but
think so.
has warned the guy, stay away from my daughter.
I don't think so. Do you know what I think is?
Why are they meeting at a bus stop?
Yeah, but you think, but this is because her dad doesn't know she has a boyfriend.
Yeah, but also because he knows.
No.
Like,
No.
he's angry though.
It's at the bus stop because, in fact, how did he find her?
But
How did he find her?
My thing
Somebody
is,
snitched,
yeah,
man.
at the end of the day, yeah, there's some parents who are very, very, very strict and overprotective over their kids when it comes to dating and stuff. So you don't tell your parents these things and you go about your business. Do you get what I mean? So...
And the way he dragged her up,
yeah, man.
he's a violent man.
She's
And
gonna
said,
get beat
"Do
when she gets
something."
home, boy.
Do something.
She's gonna get grounded, not allowed to leave her house. But you know what the crazy thing is? You see when you do stuff like that to your kids, yeah, they're only just gonna rebel and move even mad. Like, it's not. I don't think it makes sense. I would never discipline my child like that.
I'm not a girl dad, but I feel like you need a certain level of maturity. You're raising women essentially, and as a man going through life, you know your experience and stuff, and like with women and that. And there's just certain things that are just gonna happen, and you don't have to like it, but it's just life. It's like what Gina just said. Like, you react a certain way, or you try and you move too imposing like that. You're just gonna get a total opposite reaction. People are just gonna rebel, and they're gonna do exactly the same things that you don't want them to do. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like that could be a boyfriend, like you're saying, harmless, nothing, and you just. I think he's definitely overreacting. They need to check their mirrors. You get me? Because. Yeah.
This might be a skit.
Do you think?
Because the first scene, the father wasn't there. So what was the guy even doing filming the girl getting, like, grips?
Voyeurism thing, innit?
I don't think so. And then the father is just automatically there. I think it's a skit.
It's a violent skit, you know?
Yes, I believe so. And then him at the end saying he's thinking about his life afterwards. I think all that was chopped up nicely.
Let's see if it was fabricated.
I believe so.
I'd hope so.
You know these TikTokers these days? I believe so. Anyway.
If that was your daughter, would you react in the same manner?
Me? No.
It's an easy question.
No, I wouldn't. Different question though. If the father slapped you, what would you do?
Slap who, me? Mash him up.
How about you, man?
Slapping me?
Do you know
Boring.
the thing is, yeah?
Wouldn't you have to have respect for your uncle?
My uncle. You are my uncle. Yeah. Do you know the thing is, yeah? I'm trying to think of the different stages in my life, innit? And how I would have dealt with it. A small part of me would be thinking, you know what, cool. If the guy did warn me, if the guy has warned me several times, he's seen me grabbing up his daughter's bum and all sorts, yeah. Afterwards, but then would I think this after he's punched me though? I don't think I'll think that, you know. I think I'll react. Yeah, but I think after I reacted, I'll think, you know what?
You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, you know, to be fair. Yeah. But all of that gets thrown out the window when he's put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think the dad's done it here. Especially if it's real.
Definitely, man.
Dad's done it here, man. They're young people. We don't know how old they are, do they?
Nah.
But it's young people, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just trying to bully up the young boy like that. Like, it's not even I don't know. You're not going to get nothing from that. You're not even talk to these people with respect. Try and teach him something like. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That that's not the route to go down. To just be trying to bad up these kids, and I don't and even playing with these kids in this day and age is dangerous as well, man. You get me? You don't even know what kind of weapons they got on them. You could have went left for him. You get what I'm saying? Like, big man, you're not on what we're on out here. Like, relax. You don't know who I am
That's
or what I
a lot
do
of
in my
people in
spare
the
time.
comments were saying.
True.
Huh?
I said I saw a lot of that in the comments.
Yeah, you gotta stay woke with these kids, man. It could have went really left.
But that's why he rolled up with someone else, though.
It's true.
So,
And him grab. That's what I say. But like I said, honestly, like it just didn't serve no purpose. Your daughter getting her bum grabbed up is the least of your worries now. You get me? He's coming back. He's going on a revenge tour. I know that's what I'll be
for
on.
real, it's true, you know.
Who's your daddy?
Don't put a camera on me.
Tell me your dad's agent. Say his agent.
No, you need help. You actually- You need help. Oh my days. Oh my days, you need help. You actually need help. You're tapped. Legit.
I'm just letting you know how it could go. I'm just letting you know how it could go. I've seen that story. I've seen the movie.
I cannot.
Oh, God. All right, let's get into that. No, we got a little recap section before we move. It's end of done it. The dad's done it. It's done.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got a header for it.
No, because I didn't know Imaya told you.
Yeah, I literally told him.
Working
No,
on the fly.
I didn't know that. I was
Same.
gonna tell you after the show, innit?
Okay,
Because I wanted to introduce it properly.
Okay, then that makes more
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
to me.
Cool.
All right, let's get into our outro.
All right.
Well, hope you had a great show. Great Monday. Great way to start the week. We're going to be here same time, same place tomorrow. Being great and delivering the news as usual. We're going to sign off the show in a new way as well. So we'll introduce that to you tomorrow. Get it done properly. Any more?
Nah.
All right then, man. Peace out, you man. See you tomorrow.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Ciao.